All right, we're live. What's up, guys? Welcome back to another late night Pokemon card stream. We're in a horizontal mode for the nighttime stream. This comes after the daytime stream had probably one of the best vertical streams so far. It was an extremely good vertical stream with tons of views, despite the fact that it was a shorter stream, 10 subscribes in one stream. Man, that would really change our numbers if we were getting 10 subscribes from just the live streams, every live stream. So we picked up 10 a day times 7, so that's 70 a week, plus all the subscribes we pick up from the shorts, which is primarily where we get the subscribes. It kind of shows you, man, I don't know what it is, but YouTube's pushing those verticals. Tonight's going to be an important stream because we're going to compare this, the quality of this stream is going to get compared to the vertical stream, and we want to see the numbers behind this. We either have to recognize either A, nighttime's not the best time period, or B, horizontal mode is not as good as vertical. It's one or the other. But I have a suspicion that our numbers will not be as impressive because we got really impressive numbers. All right. Spending every last Monopoly dollar on real... spending every last Monopoly dollar on real wealth Pokemon cards. Where's the nerd face? I need the nerd face. Here we are. Copy this. All right. Oh, say refresh on this. I'm dying from being sick. I hate being sick. You're feeling ill? We are. Okay. What's today? Today's Wednesday. Let's jump over here. You have any Gundam? Yes, we do have Gundam. My computer is freezing. There we go. All right, we got that. And now let's hit back on this. Okay. We'll copy this now. All right. Live shop. Okay, we're going to hit save on that. All right. We got too many things open at once. So I emailed Beckett. The daytime stream already heard this. I emailed Beckett, and they have informed me that the reason it's taken them so long to work on the February submission is because the guy who was working on it, he quit. He resigned. So they did have somebody working on it, and then he resigned. So that is the reason. Now you know. Let's see. Boy, I can't wait for that first tag submission to get the tag. I wonder how it goes. Wonder if they'll get it done like super fast. Freaking Beckett. I haven't been on the stream in a while. The James break still active? You're talking about with the cat? No. No. Meowth break is over. We are? All right. All the breaks eventually do end. Let's make sure we have pinged the live stream. Okay, Mr. Alex got that one. Let's get this one. All right. Okay, I think that's done. So tonight's very important. You will want to hit the like button tonight because whoever gets more likes, daytime or nighttime stream, is going to get the Sarah Dusenberry giveaway box. So if you're someone who only watches the nighttime stream, you will definitely want to hit that like button, okay? I'm going to close this now. We're going to close this one down. I'm just closing all these unnecessary tabs. I don't need so many tabs open. We're going to close this tab down. All right, I just closed like 20 tabs. All right, good. For the thumbnail tonight, I showed off the really, really amazing breaks. Breaks are what we specialize on this channel for sure. They give you a randomized chance to pull a whole slab. That is very similar to what opening packs is like, booster packs. So let me show you what I mean by this. You can open... Where are we even keeping it? You can open a whole bunch of these, Japanese 151, or you can jump into this Gengar break for 40 bucks. Actually, you can do both if you want, but I recommend this Gengar. He's highly desirable. He's moving up in price, and it's super hard to pull, by the way. Your odds of pulling this is probably like once every 100 boxes. So your odds are just way better here, and then also with the already being graded 10, the odds get even better. compared to opening it over here out of this random booster pack where your odds are quite low. There's many bad Pokemon like Master Ball Trainer Card, Master Ball, I don't know, Diglett, Master Ball Metapod. So there's a lot of bad Master Balls to pull, but here's a good one. 1 in 19 odds, already graded 10. Being able to cut through those bad odds and offer you those breaks has helped me deliver hundreds, maybe over 1,000. I don't know how many breaks we've ever hosted, but maybe over 1,000 by now. Maybe over 1,000 PSA 10s out to you guys. And it is pretty painful when you miss. I'm not going to lie. You're going to miss out on 40 bucks. And many people do miss, but somebody always pulls it too. That's the best part. So here's our 100K giveaway. The Mega Pack split. Let's move these out. Hello, Mr. The Victini hunt is still on. Nice, dude. We are. Ooh, how'd this guy get over here? We still have slabs to price from the most recent TSA return. Actually, all the returns. I did not finish pricing up any of the returns. They were all partially done. But now we should have time to price them all and sell through them all, because I'm not anticipating any more returns other than maybe that Beckett return. I'm not anticipating many more returns for a while. Okay, that looks nice. What is this music? It's just on a loop. Oh yeah, this is lasting like 9 minutes. Skip out of this. Andy says, it's been years since I purchased from you. Where's the shop? In the Discord, says Andy DLRV. Hey, what's up, Mr. Andy? So it's hosted in the YouTube channel, not in the Discord server, but in the YouTube channel. And if you would like to make a purchase, head right over to the description of the YouTube video, the description of the live stream. There you'll find PayPal, you'll find Zelle, you'll find crypto, you'll find CASHAPP, you'll find Venmo, and you just click on one of those to make a payment. That's all you do. That's all you do. It's really easy, actually. You send money directly over to me. I get it. I'm sitting right here. I'm live. I get the payment, and then I get whatever you want. I'm basically the candy man. The candy man can. All right. Do you have any expedition graded cards, mister? I do. I bet they're all really expensive now, though. Yeah, it's really hard to get those top cards. Those top cards are insanely expensive. Like, you got to be rich to buy those. Which you might be, I don't know, but you got to be rich on another level to buy those. Here is Pixel Bowser from 2010. Actually, I think he goes with this. There it is. There's Pixel Mario, Pixel Bowser. Gosh, I kind of want to sell these together. Can we pick another 80? Let's pick out another $80 slab. Here we go. Piplup. All right. This is fine. Let's keep these two together. These really belong together, don't they? And guess what? This card's about the same price as the Mario. It's even better in a certain way because only some niche people will want Mario. Everyone will want a Pokemon. So here, we're going to trade those out. And then this Mario and Bowser, they kind of belong together. I kind of want these to go together. It feels bad selling one without the other. It doesn't feel right. So let's keep these together. I think that's the smarter move. And we still got a lovely high-cost giveaway. I saw on eBay you were selling that Slowpoke. Is $300 price tag the updated price? Not only is it the updated price, that's a very good price. I'll tell you why. Because if you check last sold, it's $300. Last sold, $300. And so I really could have asked $330 or $340, and that would have only been a slight increase from the last sold. So $300 is good. If you want it, I'll pull it down and sell it to you direct. Off of eBay for $290, okay? So let me know if you want it, and we can set it up for a direct sale. All right. You need to make it a trio. Put the Luigi in. Is Luigi here too? I think Luigi might have already sold. So the Luigi's somewhere. I don't know where I last saw him. Give me a second. Let me go looking for Luigi. You're right. It would be cool if Luigi was there. Luigi time. Who's going to buy a lone Luigi? Nobody. That's who. We have this super cool Mario break, and it's moving. Here it is. I called it Bowser, actually. Here it is. Bowser on the front. Oops. Guess you can't see the Mario. Mario on the back. Okay. He's jumping on dry bones. These are from 2015. That makes them pretty dang old. They're definitely out of production. I wasn't sure if there'd be any interest in that, and there is. People have jumped into it. That's pretty cool. The whole idea of it's cool. On eBay or the stream? On the stream. If you buy it on eBay, then you got to do the whole price, okay? So whole price on eBay, yeah, a little cheaper on stream, which is a nicer thing, don't you think? That's just because we're cutting out eBay of their cut. That's all that's going on. We're taking eBay's cut away from them. Okay. Sorry, eBay. Let's see. We'll move this over here. Come on now. Where did we put this guy? Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. I don't see that. I don't see that Luigi. Maybe I'll take these both down for now until I can find that Luigi, because I think you're right. I think there is a Luigi somewhere. I just sent money for it. Nice. So I will go in and cancel it so that someone on eBay doesn't try to buy it, because that would be a problem. He was a good one. I identified him as a card that is likely to go up. So I bought, I think, 3 of those back in the day, and I think he didn't cost as much back then. He was like, I think like $100. And I've held him, and now he is sold. Okay. Done with that. Okay. So the item has been pulled off of the eBays. Let me put this over here. And let me go looking for it. The Slowpoke, huh? Here it is. Okay. He's got a nice higher cert, too. 6/8 cert. That's good. Yeah, that's a nice e-reader card, huh? Set that there for you. He's a good one. Okay. Clicking on this. Salesman says, box of Black Bolt. Oh, did I bring an extra box in? That would have been nice. Of course I didn't. Let me go get an extra box of Black Bolt. All right. Set this here. That's a cute Piplup. Phoebe will not like what you said, Mr. Phoebe. All right. Well, we sell plenty of things on eBay over time, so. Okay. Tossing that. Tossing that. Tossing these. Okay. What's tomorrow? Thursday, huh? We like Thursdays, don't we? Thursdays are good. Oh, wait, you get the Thunderous. Here you are. You have a lot of these Thunderouses. Okay, there was a set Slowpoke, Slowbro, Slow King for 900, but I didn't want to spend that much money. That makes sense. We are. The Slowpoke's the best one anyways. He's the, Slow King's Gen 2. Let's snip it up. Slowpoke's very pretty looking. I think I saw that one. Snip this. It's Thirsty Thursday. Thirsty Thursday. All right. Today I continued my hunt for the perfect place to move in America. It's a very difficult thing to do from just a computer with no experience, not to have been out there or anything. I was creating huge AI prompts. Like I was like filling in tons of data and questions, huge AI prompts, whole paragraphs, a book of AI prompts that then you can plug into the Gemini, Grok, and ChatGPT and see what they say about it. Ironically, we had just watched the new South Park episode, which was AI heavy with the jokes. Made a lot of fun of ChatGPT, and it was funny. I actually thought that episode was a bit better than the previous two. We are. Seems a lot like, well, I don't want to spoil the new South Park episode, so I won't. All right, Conqueror. And Duosion. Okay, one more pack. What do we got? Minccino, that's cute. You got Minccino AR. And here is the Kyurem. Just moved to Detroit and get new excitement every day and night. Yeah, there you go. I'm moving to Detroit, guys. My life's too quiet and easy in Lake of the Ozarks. I really like it when my life's more exciting and fun. I like the excitement. All right. Well, you know, Michigan was a place that I studied today. Today, I was studying lakeside property in Michigan and also in Wisconsin. I was studying their annual water temperatures. I was studying their house price changes. You know, what kind of economy do they have? What kind of businesses are opening up? Lots and lots and lots of research. It does seem like these states that have the no taxes on income are the states to move to, because it is such a good deal, not necessarily just for workers, but in particular, it's an extremely good deal for businesses. So businesses will continue going to these places until they, I don't know, create a bad tax environment for businesses. Businesses are going to keep relocating to Tennessee, Texas, Florida. It's not going to stop. Nevada. All those places will keep getting businesses, and with businesses come jobs, and with jobs come people. Have you been playing Monster Hunter Wilds? Hey, what's up, Lewis Link? Believe it or not, I've been playing a lot of video games with Karis. Karis also is surprising me because she's playing a lot of video games, which she doesn't always do that. But we are not playing Monster Hunter Wilds. We're playing the crap out of another game called Elden Ring Night Rain. We are playing so much Elden Ring Night Rain. Like, I just looked it up. I have almost 300 hours in that game. And it's just a really fun game to play with your wife. It's a 3-person multiplayer cooperative. But if someone leaves, 2-person. So we had like a 2-person match today. So it was fun. Huntsville, Alabama is growing because of the tech companies and federal government moving into that city. Yeah, so industry is a heavy predictor for house price appreciation. And that is predicted primarily by what companies are going where. And so Trump has announced literally today that he's going to move the Space Command or whatever out of Colorado Springs and into Huntsville, Alabama. But Huntsville, Alabama is not a no-tax state, so it's not necessarily my best choice to move to. Alex, PSX, $30. And by the way, Huntsville is right next to Tennessee, isn't it? It's right next to it. Very interesting. Alex says 30 to slab away and 2 of the 151 Japanese packs. You got them in. I might get more slabs today. These packs are cold after my luck ran dry. Yeah, you know, slabs are never a really bad thing to own. If you ever see something beautiful and rare, like here's an example of a beautiful rare card, or this one as well. When you see beautiful rare cards, take a stab at them, because sometimes you're getting more than if you opened up the equivalent amount of money in booster packs, you know? But the booster packs are complicated. You have to understand this, CS man. These cards are already old. The cards you're opening are brand new. One day they'll be old, and when they're old, they'll probably be worth a lot more. So we just put a couple cards in your bag. They're not worth too much today, right? Well, this is 25 years old. If you took the cards out of your bag and made them 25 years old, they'd all probably sell for $200, $300 per PSA 10 themselves. So it's an age thing too, you know? So it's about what do you really want? All right. What was I doing here? We were taking a look at Alex, who needs 30 on his slab away. Mr. Alex, thank you so much. Night Rain is so fun. Yeah, what's standing out to me about that game is that Karis likes to play it, which is she doesn't play a lot of games. She's good at games, but she doesn't play them very often. And she's, for some reason, really liking this game. And so we're eating dinner and then playing a game or two, and it's really nice before we relax. Okay. 1,439 remains. Now, 2 of the 151 Japanese. Is that Flareon 1 of 1 or something? This Flareon is population 13, meaning there's only 13 of these PSA 10. It's got the nice Charizard on the back. Welcome to the world of poker card collecting. Poker cards are rare. Wait, I was showing off my poker card collection yesterday. Did you see my poker card collection, Mr. CS Man? I bet you did. I bet you weren't there. Maybe I show off another part of the collection. I showed off the Charizards yesterday. Here we are. Maybe I show off the Gengars or some crazy stuff. It was cool. Yeah, some of you guys already saw that, so I'm sure you don't want to see it twice. Smash that like button, guys, if you want to be the one to get the Sarah Dusenberry giveaway. Will it be high risk if I put it in my will to bury me with all my slabs? They are. Well, you might get grave robbers, especially if I know where they buried you. All right, let's see. Put this over here. Yeah, Huntsville, Alabama getting Space Force is like a guaranteed income for that town. And with guaranteed income is going to come more house development, more shopping centers, and maybe more entertainment. Here it is, Alex. That's the ultimate end result of investment going into your town. Like Lake of the Ozarks is growing a little bit. They're getting a Bass Pro Shop soon. They're getting an amusement park soon with rides on it. And it's just a fun little place. But we're a little bored over here. You know, there is a temptation to just stay here in Lake of the Ozarks and maybe buy a chunk of bare land and just have fun on that land with like dirt bikes or like four-wheelers, or do some, maybe like some woodworking or something like that. Just something that might interest me since I like to make things. Okay, knocked owl. 114. Okay. Your own obstacle course. Yeah, something like that. Oops, this is not correctly titled. So this shall be $36. Build a bunch of cottages for all your members so we can visit. That would be funny. We'll create Pokemon Village out here. Okay, so there's that knocked out for a pretty affordable $36. 6 says 3 interviewer. Oh, a woman of exquisite taste. Let's see. Culture. All right, guys, you're about to experience some culture here. 6 said, let's try some culture tonight. Welcome to culture. Ooh. Did you hear Pokemon Center ran out of Phantasmal Flames immediately, but it's all being refunded? I did hear about that. That was in the news today, everybody. So people try to order the new Pokemon set, Phantasmal Flames, online, and it ran out because of bots. That's right. Rich Pokemon flipping buttholes have bots where they try to buy up all the products straight off the website at cheap retail price. And as a result of this, Nintendo Pokemon detected the bots and said, we're not giving these out. We're canceling all the orders. So it's believed that something like 42,000 units were sold to bots. How bad is that? What? There we go. Another person joins the night. You should get a quad or dirt bike. Just sent for a box of Sneaker Bungo on cap. Can I keep 1 pack sealed for grading? Yep. What? I gotta show these to Karis. She'll find these hilarious. You are? That ain't right. Okay. Ruining the hobby for us? Dang it. I don't want the cards unless it's a Siggy. You don't want any of these? I can take them back if you want, 6, but I'm just as happy to put them into your bag. Hello, Mr. I believe my order from the daytime stream still needs to be serviced. Oh, did we stop with you, Mr. Steven? Let's see. I had your $95 out. Mr. NHCC. Let's see. Help me out here. Was it this one? I bet you it's this one. Ah, okay. I would like to use the credit to cancel the current slab away and transfer it to a Meowth Quest sticker. Okay, sounds good. Did you hear about the Burning Man sacrifice? Nah, I don't want to keep them. All right, so we will set these to the side. If they're real sexy, we'll force you to keep them. We'll say, look at them. Now, Shining Raichu and transfer it to Meowth. Let's start by locating Shiny Raichu. Give me a minute. Here it is. Do you think demands on poker cards will keep rising? Well, I mean, they've been rising for now. That's the thing. It's all about confidence. It's about whether people believe they will keep going up. Other than that, there's nothing wrong with them. They're cool looking. Ask yourself if you think they look cool. Look, here's the Here's the Poker Charizard right here. Do you think this is cool looking? Ask yourself that question. If the answer is yes, then you think poker cards are good. Don't ask yourself what the market thinks. Ask yourself what you think. All right. Shining at you. All right. So it's really just the same one still on the market. And then let's run down here to Steven. So you started it at 8,000 minus 7,720. So you've put $280 on it. Okay. So during the transfer, you'll lose $20. Just letting you know, not a crazy amount, just 20. And then ask for the Meowth. Was that one we just revealed? When did we? Whoa! Don't go anywhere. Don't go anywhere. All right. He's trying to jump out of my hand. Let's see. Oh, it's not here. Where did you see a PSA 10 Meowth? Can you help me out? Where was he? Is he in the Discord server? Was it just one I flashed on the screen, but I haven't priced yet? I feel like I never priced a Meowth. Mewtwo. Ditto. I'm looking for Meowth. I gotta warn you, because if it's not priced, sometimes they're kind of pricey, okay? So, oh, there he is. So he's 500, and it looks like he went into this box. Let's go grab him. They sure are pricey. Those darn quest stickers, but they're hyper rare, and they have a really bizarre look. Oh, I found it right away. That was nice. Oh, okay. There you go. Very nice. We found him. See, look, he's only pot 4. Isn't that crazy? So this card comes back up for sale. Here you go. CS Man, buy this one. Shining Raichu. That's an extreme card to own. That's like a holy grail for someone. Now, this is a lesser known card, but very rare and very interesting. 7 years old already. So let's mark Meowth as sold. Good. And what did we say you were owed? You were owed 280. So let's do this in pieces, shall we, Mr. Steven? All right, we'll climb over here. We're not going to do any kind of, we're not going to do a slab away fee on them, okay? Because you already paid for one on the other slab. But we will do a $20 transfer fee. That's it. It's not too bad. We got to have something so that people don't hop between them too often. I had that problem a long time ago. So first of all, we're resetting it to September. So now this will say September. Good. And now it'll say Quest Meowth. $500. Now we're going to apply $260 to 500. 240. Okay. 240 remains. Now we're going to apply $95. Minus 95. $145 remains. Boom. All right. I gotta find that Silcoon because I actually paid the other guy out for that. I'm out that Silcoon. I gotta find him. So there you have it. $145 remains on your quest sticker Meowth. The last step is to clearly write your name on the back and not to misplace it. What do you think of that? Yeah, I gotta put it somewhere. I'm just bored. I want to hit something. I want to hit! We are. Steven Sistrunk. Okay, come over here and host the stream. You won't be bored if you host the stream. There we go. I just say that all the time, don't I? So Shining Raichu goes back up for sale. Shining Raichu is available again. All right. We're going to go to Pricey Slabs. Shiny Raichu. Well, he would look better outside the sleeve. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. One more thing. The price. Taking pictures of him. Oops. Come on now. All right. There we have it. Let's upload those. Oof. He was better in a tag. Yeah, he probably would. Okay. Now, we finished that. Thank you so much for reminding me about that. We have Mr. CS Man has ordered the Slowpoke. Okay, and the payment is in, and here it is. Ooh, Slowy Pokey. Good. Have any tag teams? Maybe. I don't think I have any for sale at the moment. We have Dennis Manieri. He says, for Sneaker Bunko Volume 2 box, 1 pack protector, 1 sealed pack. 1 pack protector. You know, I think I sold out of those. Is that still in the extended menu? I sold out of those on eBay. Okay, yeah. So I see you bought a booster pack protector for $14. Those are sold out. I apologize. Sometimes I forget to update my own menu. Dennis. Man. E-Airy. $14. The last one sold out on eBay some time ago, but I forgot it was actually listed in this menu. Did you see the official Psychic Rev Hollow Ninetales and Level X Snorlax and Tails sold for $6,000? In Tails? Rev Hollow Ninetales and Level X Snorlax and Tails. In which set? Did you mean in Frontiers? Okay, so let's go grab this box of Sneaker Bunko. Oh, it's right here. Sneaker Bunko Volume 2, fresh case, everybody. Multiple signatures in the case, multiple. Sneaker Bunko Volume 2. I saw that the Delta Species Ninetales had sold for like $6,000. Delta Species. And I think I own 1 or 2 of those. I don't remember. All right. There we go. All right. Very good. Here's Konnichiwa. It's Konnichiwa, girl. Now you're keeping 1 sealed. And we're opening the rest. You got it. What is this music? I don't like this one. Let's skip this one. Ah, the Dragon Frontier one. You own one. I might have 2 of them. Would you like to see it real fast? Let me see if I can find it, okay? Let me just see if I can find it. They're fun to look at. All right, Dragon Frontier. Whoa. Now, I bought this years ago before it was super expensive and valuable. People didn't think of it that way. It was just kind of an idea. Like, maybe this is a good item to own. It was just an idea. Where is it? Ow. So this is some old base set stuff. I gotta find out which box he's in. I kind of have organized boxes, so he should be like in one of these. Oh, is it? Oh, okay, hold on. It's a bit buried. It's a bit buried. Set this here. All right, we're on to it. We're getting closer. Ah, here it is. Do I only own 1 of them? I swear, I thought I owned more of them. I might have sold one to, like, Alicia. I don't know who bought it. Did I just own the 1? I might just own the 1. I'm going to double check, though. I'm going to check this lower box. You know, when I had multiples of a card, I sold it because I said, why not? I got 2 of them. But, you know, it's funny, if I had kept them, I'd have done better. But you always got to have something to sell every night, you know, or else you have no stream. So it's looking like I just have the 1 left. Now I know. Yeah, I used to have 2 of these Ninetales. I got them pretty cheap. And that's because back then, nobody cared for them. Now that it has an insane $6,000 sale history, everyone probably looks at them like they're the most amazing thing. There it is. Do you leave the slabs in my bag or on the side? Here it is, 800. They go into a alphabetized slab box. And then when it's time to ship, we pull them out. From $800 to $6,000 confirmed sale, Dragon Frontiers Ninetales. That's pretty good. I feel like that kind of movement is similar to what we see with crypto. Hey, what's up, Tammy? It's a pretty remarkable story. What happens next? What happens next? Do they crash? Do Pokemon cards crash back down? Are they just going to keep going up for a while? Are they going to go sideways? What's going to happen next? I don't know. I think they're going to go sideways for a while. I think because when they reach these prices, it's hard to convince lots more people to pay those prices. And people go, nah, I ain't buying that. But over a longer period of time, people are going to be like, no, that's the price. They're going to feel like that's a normal price. It's going to be normalized. All right. You ever went downstairs to the slabs to look for that silicone? I did. We are. What I really need to do, I need to check the video footage to see where my hand moved with the card. You know, we lost a Topps Halo slab for Mr. Austin Warren for a long time. It was like a year long. And then like a year later, we found out what happened to it. I'd already sold it for him. And so, you know, I'm sure the silicone is somewhere. It didn't vanish. It could have possibly been misshipped, but I don't think that happened either because he confirmed it was his name on the back. So I don't exactly know what happened. I'm sure it's around. It's not like I'm hoarding a silicone. Compared to the prices of a seal box, I feel those prices correlate a lot. Sure, we are. Boxes and slabs go up together. That's true. You don't have to try to convince normal people, just people with enough money who can buy it. Man, and there's some people out there with serious money. I was looking at houses on Lake Tahoe, and you basically need $4 to $5 million to buy a nice Lake Tahoe home. So rough. The rich people monopolize the nicest places to live in America. They do that. They own it, and you don't own it. But I think my goal is to buy a house in an area that's appreciating rapidly. And for me, that might be Knoxville, Tennessee. Knoxville, Tennessee. We are. That's next to Dollywood. That's in tax-free Tennessee. The homes are still somewhat affordable. They're like Missouri price homes. It's actually very close to Missouri. And we might be going to Tennessee. That is a strong contender right now. Other contenders include Las Vegas, Reno, Nevada, and Orlando, Florida. Those are the other contenders. We look at other niche things like there's actually Northern Virginia. I put in a whole bunch of my personality information, like things I like and don't like. And you know what? One of the AIs recommended I move to Washington, D.C. It said I would enjoy Washington, D.C. because that's where all the politics happen. I said, that's an interesting thought. We are. Ooh. All right. That's for you. No signature came out. So we must go ahead and put this in Dennis's bag. There we go. There we go. Come to Virginia. Virginia. It's a nice state. We are. I actually don't see too much wrong with it. I struggle to like the Carolinas. They're okay. Carolinas are okay. Okay, Dennis Manieri, you just got 2 coins, huh? Wait. This is Dennis Manieri 924. What? What is going on there, Dennis? Any idea? Okay. Let's see. Let's get you a new bag, I suppose. Oh, we're out of bags. We got to get more bags. Let me know if you ever want to get a pretty deep discount on a hotel room in Boise. Yeah, so Boise was recommended to me a lot based on my personality type. There we go. It said, hey, your personality type, you might like Boise, Idaho. We are. Problem is, when I do another cross analysis on the places that will be the most investable, even though Boise ranks pretty high, it doesn't rank as high as some other places like Dallas, Texas, and Nashville, Tennessee, which is one of the highest ranking places right now. Did you know that, guys? Nashville, Tennessee, North and South Carolina, Florida, Texas. Those are all top contenders for areas expected to receive the highest growth. 9.25. Dang, has it been that long? You'd be surprised. You'd be surprised. Time moves, man. Come to New Jersey so you can be taxed into oblivion. Yeah, New Jersey is listed as a state to avoid. Have you thought about moving out of New Jersey? Mister, you could just stack all your slabs together and make a home. That would be a very expensive home. There. Let's see. I live in Dallas. I love it. But we also have an apartment in Louisiana to get away from the city. Oh, nice. So you're in Dallas. Tell me a little bit about the pros and cons of Dallas. Not that I haven't already researched it a million times, but I want to hear your anecdotal experience with it. What do you love? What do you hate? Try to convince people to move there. Let's see what you have to say. Go take your wife on vacation. Oh no, my Charizard way fell over. She's super depressed because that little kitty doesn't stop by anymore. We're pretty sure he's been given away or adopted to someone else. So Miss Six says, 1 Destin Rivals, 1 151 Japanese, 1 Obsidian Flames. Flame on! This Obsidian Flames, which would be... Where would Obsidian Flames be hiding? Where would it be hiding? Yeah, she's pretty depressed. There we go. All right. Damn. Oh no, my Charizard wall fell over. Every day, every night. I want out of this state. Blah, blah. All my family's here. Hey man, just move and convince them to follow you. Be like, oh, this is so much better. You missed out. There you go. All right, we got a nice $40 Miss Six order. Look at this, guys. Okay, 2 gems. I adore the suburbs that surround the Metroplex area. There is so much to do and see. However, the traffic in this city is so expensive. The traffic and the city is so expensive to live in. Also, my property taxes ain't that bad. There's so much to do and see. So the traffic's bad and the city's expensive. Okay, the city's expensive. I feel like the math is off on this one. Let me check this real fast. All right, give me a second here. So it's 1 Obsidian Flame, 2 Gem 2, 151 Japanese, 1 Destin Rival. Let me look into this real fast. Let's see. 151 is a $10 booster. Destin Rival is a $12 booster. Obsidian Flame is an $8 booster. And then it was 2 Gem 2s, right? Let's see. 2 Gem 2s is 7.5 each. Let me add that all up. Grabbing this. Let's see. 12 plus 10 plus, what was it, 8? Plus 7.5 plus 7.5. So this is off by about $5. Let me think. How can we adjust this? Let me hold back one of the Gem 2s for a second. That means you're owed. What are you owed? So we're going to hold this. This subtracts 7.5. Did I math wrong? Yeah, these were a little off. There we go. All right. I'll send in another order. I'm telling you, just move to Korea. Haha, it's a good game if you come here. You'll never want to leave. I might believe you. Here we are. I might believe you. I've heard it's very lovely out there. Almost as good as North Korea. Snipping this and snipping these. All right. Very nice. Very good. Space Hamster's here. What's up, Space Hammy? How's it going, man? We got Space Hammy. Now look at this. We're 44 minutes in with only 66 viewers. Man, the daytime stream was hopping, dude. Daytime stream was hopping. I think that that's where the momentum is. But actually, I'll take it a step further. My suspicion is that the daytime stream is hopping specifically because it was in vertical mode. So I have a suspicion if we were in vertical mode right now, we would pick up a lot more viewers. That's my suspicion. I mean, there was actually this feeling in the daytime stream, like there were people coming in going, what is this? How do I participate? You guys notice that? If you were in both streams, did you notice that? Barboach, Palafin. You got a Team Rockets Moltres EX. That's pretty cute. It's a better time frame. We got to do vertical streams at night. Yeah, so if I were to vertical live stream at night, because we've actually tested this before already. Let's see. If we vertical live stream at night, I think it's the same story. I think that you would just get a huge boost to views. Give me a second here. We've been testing this for a while now. Look at this. This is Thursday night. Despite lasting longer than the daytime stream, it had less than half the views. So that would have been a horizontal stream. And then that's the Thursday daytime stream at 1,372 views and 6 subscribers. So this pattern is really clear. It's really clear that horizontal streams are doing bad and vertical streams are doing extremely good. I don't know, guys. I don't even like the vertical streams. I have to put my arms like over here like this. So my arms have to go here, and it's really uncomfortable, and only 3 slabs fit on stream, and breaks and all that's harder to do. And yet pulling in like quadruple or triple views and much more subscribers, man, it's hard to leave that. It's hard to leave that for my opponents or my competitors to pick up while I'm busy doing horizontal, because that's a huge boost for them, not for me to compete in that area. Let me have a sip. I sent the extra 5. Oh, let me grab this. Why, thank you very much. The vertical stream seems to get boosted by YouTube. It's the swipe up feature on YouTube, Mr. Very live viewer friendly. Whatever it is, we might have to do majority of the streams might be better off being vertical. I hate to say that. But it feels that way. We're going to get data for tonight after this stream, and I am not feeling confident in it, because if you're 47 minutes in with 66 viewers, that's not good. The daytime stream had 120 viewers, and it had a pretty short period of time for streaming as well. So YouTube just might be like not prioritizing horizontal streams at all. They might be prioritizing the verticals. Here we are. All right, in this case, Miss Six, no major smashes came out of here. I don't think you have any competition. I'm not gonna lie, you probably have a monopoly. I don't know who else does this. There's some other people, especially you go to like TikTok and places like that, but we do a very good job. All right, so now we got Steven Sistrunk. We've got paying down the Meowth. Hell yeah, dude. We have some really unique things here, like the breaks, the slab-aways, sometimes the conversations. Like if you like having a good conversation, we have them here. We are. So you have $95 remaining on that Meowth slab. I think our wide variety of slabs for sale is hard to beat. Like we've put a lot of emphasis on that. Oh, right. Here is the Sketch TIE Fighter, which I discovered sells for a lot of money. I paid like $125 for this, and then I graded it. Now I'm selling it for $195, and it's got a nice fresh cert on it. And these just sell for like, I guess, a lot of money. I couldn't tell you why they're so expensive, but those are apparently pretty expensive. Okay, here's the signature grill card, which is going to get moved into the waifu shuffle box pretty soon. Here's Psyduck. Daytime stream had 106 likes too. Yeah, that daytime stream really impressed. Not only that, did you notice we were getting in like $1,000 orders? That was another thing. So there were some significant orders. Next up, Miss Six says she'll take an Obsidian Flames plus the other 5. You got it. So another Obsidian. Where are we storing that? It is. Okay, very nice. Very good. Very nice. I told PokeRab that you're going to be doing vertical and horizontal streams. Did he get jealous? PokeRab thinks about me a lot. I can tell. Here we are. You guys are always saying PokeRab. Let's grab this. Here's Rowlet Chandelure. That's a cool art style, huh? You can always tell when it's a Komiya. Nighttime crew lazy to hit the like button, that they can never pick their belly buttons all the time. Oh, but they can pick their belly buttons all the time. Well, I think it's a little simpler than that. I just think there's just not as many people in here. Like, look, we got 64 viewers and 25 likes. That's about half. It's almost half. Here we are, Miss Six. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Did that guy beef with you or something? I never heard about this. Yeah, we had a short beef. It didn't last very long. All right. There was a brief beef. Okay, Dennis Manieri with 1 sealed. For sealed, 1 gem 2 pack. Okay, 1 sealed gem 2 pack. And open Another box. Oh, 2 boxes of Sneaker Bunko for opening. Hell yeah, dude. Let's go get some Sneaker Bunko Siggies, man. I'll be right back, guys. All right. Sneaky Bunko. So sneaky. So sneaky. I also brought in some more baggies. So now we are good on the baggies. On the baggies. Very nice. Ooh, hopefully a signature in here. So fun. Okay. All right. Good. All TCC wanted was his logo on the screen. Why the issue for that? It's called a lower thirds, and it's a sort of like a graphics that pops up, and it just basically just trademarks the video. That's it. And I don't know. That was a big deal. I think I'm pretty valid for wanting that. I don't think that's too crazy to ask for. There we go. Oh, yeah. Tossing this over here. Hey, what's up, Super Saiyan Troll God? He says, what happened to your grading, card grading company? It's still here. We just don't grade as much anymore. Yep. You can, right now, you can grade a card with me for $35. So I raised the price. If you recall, it used to be $8 a card. I raised it all the way up to $35 because I don't want too many orders. So the point of the high price is to stop people from ordering it. And that's because I do the whole process from beginning to end myself now. Mr. John went back to Hawaii. So he, I guess he got himself in trouble to some degree. And then he went back to Hawaii. And we hired Alexis. She's been real good. She's going to be in, she was in today. She's going to be in on Friday again. So she's real good. I just don't think that she could do the encapsulation. That's the thing. Like I showed it to her one time, like I was teaching her, but it never really turned into anything. She does a great job with the shipping though. So I do the encapsulations personally. And while I'm very passionate about card grading, I just got so much to do. It's hard to get it all done. Here we are. So I don't like to grade too much anymore. I do the middleman grading, but even that, I got to struggle to keep up with that. Like we're supposed to get a BGS submission out soon, and it's just so hard to keep up with all that, man. It's real hard. Nope. Gotcha. I haven't been here in a while. Well, I appreciate you popping on back. How's it going, man? All right. We've been doing pretty good. Look at us. We're about to hit 100K. We still stream twice a day. So we had a pretty poppin' daytime stream. And now this is the nighttime stream. So the second stream of the day. There we are. We're doing pretty good. Mister, could you get me a job? That would be nice. Oh, yeah? You want to open up a... so, there's like these card conventions that travel around America. And what we could do, we'll set you up with the Cardconomist booth. And I'll give you like $100,000 in Pokemon slabs. And you'll have to manage that and sell it profitably. And then you'll get like a commission cut on the sales. And I'll just provide the slabs. And then I get whatever's left over for the profits. What do you think? All right. That sounds fun. I think that would be very fun if you could like travel around, follow the conventions. Of course, it might get boring too because it's sort of like just a retail job, really. Like it's probably fun at first, but as you keep doing it, it's just like any standard job. Card salesman, playing card salesman. Still, I mean, traveling's cool. Oh, the doggies. You got to keep the doggies, man. Doggies are a hit. Ruff, ruff. I would love that, but I'm going to college. So that's going to be almost impossible. Yeah, that's true. We are. Hey, what are you studying? If you don't mind me asking, you studying anything fun? We are. All right. College can be a lot of fun. Just being in college is fun. like a vacation in a certain degree. We can rotate. Yeah, let's rotate these slabs. All right, here's this. Here's this. Ooh. You know, Collector's Cash does something like that. I saw their booth. I was there in Kansas City. Of course, they're located in Kansas, Collector's Caches. So I don't know if they go to the other ones, but they definitely go to the Kansas City one. Hey, what's up, Sarah? How are you tonight? How's it going? Sociology. All right, sociology. That's right, that's right. All right, here we go. What got you interested in sociology? It's a fun subject. I took a sociology course. Did you know that? There you go. All right. I meant rotate your booth workers. Oh, true. Yeah, so they're not getting too bored doing a repetitive task. Here's this. Is it hard? Are you saying it is hard, or are you saying is it hard? It's a difficult subject. Yeah, they probably find a way to make it super difficult. I remember taking a philosophy course in college, and I felt like they made it needlessly difficult, almost as if they were trying to prove that philosophy is like a difficult course or something. But it was mostly just like memorizing a bunch of keywords. All right. My degree's in project management. You know, I almost went for that. I feel like it's a cool job that I might have done well. Project manager. There we go. You know, because I've got a bit of a sort of like a manager, group leader personality anyways. I like coordinating and doing meetings and stuff like that. So we are. Ooh. So, you know, if you've got the soft skills for it and you've also got a knowledge of the tech skills, it's not a bad job probably. Karis is always talking about the project manager. She said, project manager said this, project manager said that. There you go. She's basically almost a project manager, but she's not. She's called like an engineer 3, and she does a lot of the jobs that a project manager would have to do. But her job also involves actually coding and primarily fixing code for lower level engineers. Ruff, ruff. Wow, look at these doggy girls. They're barking for you. You are? Okay, cool. That's 2 boxes of Sneaker Bunko. No Siggies popping out of there, though. Excuse me. Oof, I'm just getting off work. I'm sorry. All right, Mr. Dennis. All right. Me too. I'm just getting off work. Wait a second. Very nice. Okay. Very good. And let's hit refresh. Okay, let's go ahead and start rotating these slabs. Here's Grammar. Here's Cadabra. Here's Aerodactyl. Here's Jolteon. And here's Wario. Wario. Oh no, not Wario. He's a bad guy. Here's a gym break. You only need one other person for a gym break. Jose Arredondo is waiting for someone to join. $35 to get in there. All right. The queue is empty. Let me start opening some, or let me start pressing up some slabs. Some slabs. Ooh, look at that. Classic Mewtwo. Beautiful. Any Sneaker Bunko V1 slabs? No, but I could get some. I could get some. Because I kept a case of Sneaker Bunko for myself that I never sold. And I said, here's what you're going to do with this case of Sneaky Bunko. Every now and then, you're going to open a box of this, and you're going to sell it off. You're going to grade it and sell it. Sneaky Bunko's dirty as hell, man. Ooh. Staff Charizard, huh? So, let's see if we can find this. PSA 10, Classic Mewtwo. Any Sneaker Bunko V1, open in a short. How's that 151 surprise doing? It did move the other day, but that was mostly Brett, I think, climbing in there. I climbed in there because I would like a shot for the Gengar myself. We need 15 more people. If you wait until there's only 2 spots left, you could wait a long time because everyone might have the same idea. Oh, I'll just buy in when it's close, And guess what? If you all think that way, it'll never finish. So somebody's got to buy in at some point if you want it to move. Now, let's go and take a quick look at this in a tag 10. Tag 10, Classic Mewtwo. Okay. Very nice. Good. Got a lovely Mewtwo, Classic Mewtwo. Let's see what we have over here. 1 minute box open, but much more careful. One whole box. Jolteon Break and 1 Pokey Shuffles. Jolteon Break. Oh, this guy right here. Oh, yeah. So, Joey Albrecht, let's get it. This is going off. Is Jose Arredondo here? This is a pretty interesting card, isn't it? Now, if this was a 10, we'd probably be selling him for a couple hundred. But he's a 9, so he's cheaper by a lot. This. You guys are about to watch a gym break. Okay. If he's not here, I automatically win. Got a ton of Gym Hero. That's right, he forfeits the match. Got a ton of Gym Heroes cards from a card shop for 20 bucks. Nice. Okay. All right. Now here we go. Oh, big advantage for Jose Arredondo. Cerulege. Okay, he uses Pokies. Oh, wait. He doesn't have to use it right away, does he? Okay, let's see what happens. He's got Switch. Oh, my gosh, you're getting killed by him. Articuno. So he can either use the Switch or he can use the computer search. Let me think about it for a second. Is there a more optimal card to use first? The optimal card should be based on your odds of pulling a lower level card than an Articuno. And I think the odds are against him for that, so he should use computer search first. So computer search is being used. All right, and so now he's got the olive tree. All right, so he beats you in round 1 and still has a switch in round 2. Okay, you might have lost here, Joey Albrecht. Round 2. Garchomp. Oh, he's not even going to need the switch. Energy. Shenpao. That's it. The match goes to Jose Arredondo. Congratulations, man. Jose Arredondo has had a couple losses before, but he has held on. Wow, he got lucky. He pulled 2 of the very valuable trainers in this deck. Computer Search and Switch. Okay. I wish there was another trainer, because I feel like the trainers make it more fun. Yeah, if you see your opponent pull those out, you better get nervous, because those are very strong. All right. Sorry, Joey. Tossing this up here. And let's put Jose Arredondo's name on it. Very good. We got some battle music going on, too. How fun is that? Hey, this could be the next break. I think it's pretty fun. It's a nice Mewtwo, isn't it? He's got the correct price range, so let's get it all set up. 75, what is that? 37 each? 37 a spot? 37 per spot. Okay, so we have a new gym break, and it is that Mewtwo. It's a cool card. All right, there's no orders in the queue, and now we're going to go ahead and price up some new slabs. So, what do we got? Holy, that's a nice card, isn't it? But I almost feel like you shouldn't sell this. You should actually hold it for a while. Yes. I would anticipate this card going up in price over time. Ready? What is this music, man? This is Eurobeat, Super Metroid Eurobeat remix. What? Super Mario Sunshine Eurobeat remix. Hold on. Rolling down the street in my Katamari. Okay. So, how about the price on this bad boy? Let's see. It's going to say Ghastly. And the number on it is 080. Eurobeat for drifting the Toog. The Toog? I don't know what that means. All right. Grabbing this, grabbing this, grabbing that, grabbing this. Okay, looks like we're going to come out with about $62. Forgot Pokey Shuffle hit. You know, I told myself you should do the Pokey Shuffle first and the break afterwards, and I didn't do that. I'm so dumb. All right, we're going to turn this into a break too. 1, 2, 3. One Dreepy? I think it's Dreepy, right? One cold Dreepy. Sorry, man. Okay. Mr. talking to himself in third person. Ha! The Derek doesn't take any BS from you guys. Okay. It's supposed to be a hot one. It's a cold one now. There we go. We got some additional breaks up there. Some great gym breaks. You guys want me to show off the breaks? Check out these breaks. The breaks piles in the middle. We got this Gengar break. It's not that deep because not many people have gone into it yet. Here is the Rare Candy break for Espeon. Here's the Heartbreak break. The Pack break. We have one person in here now. We need 8 more. Cloud is up to 4. Mega Gengar is up to 2, which is really remarkable. Kind of shows you a lot of break spots are going toward this Gengar. Trafalgar Law is up to 7 out of 14. Moltres is up to 1 out of 7. The Bowser moved in the daytime stream. We got 2 people in here. We need 6 more. He's pretty cool. This is not a break. Shining Raichu is not a break. Psyduck's not a break. And then we've got the Aerodactyl 1 and 6, and he has room for 5 people. Okay. Those are the slab breaks. Pretty nifty, huh? So, let's get these rotated a little bit. What do you think? Should we rotate these? We're going to rotate these slabs. We got a Princess Peach. We got Princess Peach. That's Luigi. And, oh, that's so pretty. Somebody was asking about this in the daytime stream. They were thinking about buying it. Let's go ahead and take a picture for our Discord server. As you guys may already know, everything is listed for sale in the Discord server. Clicking that. So you don't have to wait for me to be live to see the slabs. You can scroll through them in our Discord server. Space Hammy. What's up, Space Hammy? How's it going, man? How you feeling today? Let's see. Ooh, which box do we put these in? This is the expensive box. Oh, I remember now. I remember we were pricing up high price cards, and then they were going back down into the other box. So we're going to work on that. We're going to continue working on some of these high price cards. Are you ready, guys? We got plenty of high price cards that still need pricing. So I'm going to rank these as too cheap. They're going to go over here. Not expensive enough. Still waiting on that Topps Lord of the Rings checklist. Yeah? Oh, Arcanine, he's nice. But we need to check his price for sure. He might not be that anymore. There's a Spectra Squirtle. I didn't know I had one of those for sale. Okay. Ooh, so this was last priced on $725 Arcanine Toro Karuta from 1996. We sold a Toro Karuta the other day if you guys were watching. Let's take a quick look. Arcanine Karuta. How about Arcanine Koro? Ah, here we are. So there is one for sale for $200. All right. So $200, that's very different from $300. We're going to get a reprice on this. Cards never lose value since created. USD loses 90%. I want your Flashfire box, but with the 2014 price. Hey! You can't. You can't. It's mine. Now, wait a second. If he is, in fact, a $200 card, he is no longer considered a high-end card. High-end is $300 and higher. Okay, so $200 is cheap. Cheap. Cheap as hell. Okay. This Wigglytuff might sold. I used to have 2 of these. Now I only have 1 of them. So this Wigglytuff might be gone. Wigglytuff. Crystal. He's a big deal, actually, because those crystal cards, they sell. Okay, there is, in fact, none of them for sale. And let me check sold now, because there used to be one for sale. Okay. So there's no Wigglytuff for sale, so we get to choose a price. I think I'm just going to stick to this $8.25. We'll just leave it alone. This guy was priced on $7.25. Let's see. PSA 10. Tops. Jolteon. That is Tops Jolteon, looking very cool. And it looks like that price is probably too low. So the standard Chrome Jolteon is $1,100. This is better than the standard Chrome Jolteon. This is a genuine Series 3 Jolteon, which is way harder to grade 10. But actually, if it's sold for $1,100, I'm pretty satisfied. So I'll leave it alone as well. Yeah, so if the Chrome version is 1.1, then this should be more like 1.5. But we'll leave it here because that's a flip for me. Here's Squirtle. Squirtle at $815. Spectra Squirtle. Got a couple of these cool Topps cards. Okay, what do we got? He went up. So he was $815. The cheapest one is now $1,500. That's crazy. That's pretty wild. So he has gone up in price. To be honest, $1,500 feels kind of steep. I'll put mine on 1.2, okay? So we'll do 1.2 on ours. I would love to get some of these rare cards, but they're so expensive. Dang. Keep an eye on them. There we go. Oops. Okay, and now here is a Carddass Venusaur. I feel like he's too expensive at $1,000. My gut tells me he won't sell for that much. But let's just take a look. Venusaur Carddass. Remember, we're selling the Gengar for $3,000. Okay, there's just one for sale for $1,000. Then he goes up to $1,200. That's apparently the price. I don't see a price change. Yeah, again, the Gengar we're selling for 3.3. Yeah, I don't know. I'm going to lower it. I think that's too high. I'm going to lower mine. So just because there's one on the market that high doesn't mean I have to copy it. I have the option to lower it if I wish. So ours is going to come down because I just feel like that's going to be pretty hard to sell. Primarily, it has to do with the fact that it's a CGC 10. It is. If it was PSA 10, it would probably be higher than 1,000. It probably is higher than 1,000. If you've got PSA 10, it's probably like 2,000 or 3,000. I bet you it's like 2. Looks fake, but fits in the binder. I have CGC Jumbo Pika Zekrom. Here we are. We use red marker from now on for these big slabs, just for fun. 800 now. 9.25. There it is. So taking some time pricing up the pricey slabs, that's our job. Making sure that they get a price tag too, so people know what we have. We're trying to fill out the September pricey slabs channel in our Discord server, so you can go shopping for slabs. Now, we got Nathan Gordon. He wants into the Mewtwo break. That's Nathan Gordon. That's that new break. Okay. Here it is. Oops. Oh, Wigglytuff is cute. Wigglytuff's good. Wigglytuff is one of those super low pop, well, just like the Ninetales, isn't it? Here we are. But I am letting that one go, as I have let go of other slabs before, too. Where did we put that Mewtwo? Did I not put a exclamation mark on him? weird. Is he over here? Here's this guy. Where'd I put it? Well, shucks. Where'd I put it? I don't know where I put it. That's so bamboozling. Like, I thought we just had it. We just had that Mewtwo. How can I have lost it? How's that possible? Did I put it into a box? Did I put it away? I didn't put it away like a dummy, did I? Doesn't look like I did. What the hell did I do with it? I must be going crazy or something. I must be going crazy. Okay. I should just see it. It should have the big exclamation mark on it. Oh my gosh, it's all the way back here. How did it get back here? It was in the very back. In the middle pile. That ain't right. How did it get back there? Must have moved them all off or something. All right. So we need one more person in here. It's $37 to finish the Mewtwo break. We have an order. Nathan Gordon, Ghastly break. All right. He's in the Ghastly as well. Good luck in there, Mr. Nathan. Okay. Nice. You showed all the breaks, so he got pushed to the back. Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. Okay. We have a Robert Hernandez order, and he says 6 of the Fujimi Bunko Volume 2. Mr. Robert. Fujimi Bunko, but not Volume 1. Volume 2. You got it. Oops. We also have the new set, Interspecies Reviewer, everybody. If you haven't tried that, give it a try. Got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. I actually lost a ton of money on Fushimi Bunko Volume 2 because I had a stinky supplier who never supplied me with the product. And so I lost out on potential sales, and it really disappointed me. I have a CGC Jumbo Pika Zekrom. There we go. Here's this. There's that. Let's see. Got myself a pre-order for the new Charizard box and ETB today. All right. Here's a holo. Here's a holo. Here's the 2 girls. Whoa. Holo. Maid girl. Look at the maid girl. Very nice. Okay, let's see. Holographic bikini girl. Ooh. The Bubble Mew prices exploded. Apparently they went up. Okay. Holographic girl. Okay. And cat ear girl. Very nice. 4 cards in there. Very interesting. I found a $20 in my jacket while I actually folded and put my laundry away. Nice. That's funny as hell, dude. There we go. All right. Robert Hernandez. Mr. Robert. New bag, new bag. I'll get you a new bag. Mewtwo all the way. Nice. Mr. Robert. What new sets are coming out that I'm not thinking of them? Is there anything I should be ordering, you guys think? I like it when you guys mention stuff. Sometimes you guys know more about what's going on than I do. Because you guys, there's so many of you. New bag. Old bag is in shipping. Nice. All right. Sweet. Let's get a rotation. No, let's not get a rotation. What happened to the pricey slabs? We just had them. So set this down, set this down. Set that there. That's pricey. Okay. All right. Let's take a picture. Really ought to get the new, I had to get the stickers to look uniform on all of these, shouldn't I? I just know slab prices. I'm not used for anything other than that. 1 little, 2 little, 3 little slab prices. 4 little, 5 little, 6 little slab prices. Okay. 7 little, 8 little, 9 little slab prices. Top SpongeBob is out. I heard about that. I don't feel convinced to get it. You know, I don't feel like SpongeBob garnered enough demand the few times we were selling vintage SpongeBob. How do you guys feel about that set? Here it is. I've had some kind of cold experiences with the Topps Chromes collections. Sometimes you buy them and they just sit and no one wants them. I actually had to lose a lot of money in order to sell X-Men Topps. So I know they are sometimes severely overpriced, not really reflecting what the market wants to pay for them. Here we go. What do you think about the LA Dodgers Luffy One Piece promo? I have not heard of that. I do not always keep up with sports at all. So I don't even keep up with the One Piece too closely anyways. We are. But I have not heard about the Dodgers having a special One Piece card. It's very strange. It's like they're trying to draw the nerds in. It's like, hey, nerds, come watch the sports. Okay, refresh. I'm trying to get my gremlin hands on all the prismatic evolutions that I can. Your gremlin hands? It won't ever be this cheap again. Quick! Oh, there's a break. Here's a Diglett. Here's the King Nazgul Terror. This is Grimace Shake. Oh, yeah. Surprisingly pricey. It's a McDonald's card. Licky Tongue. All right, so we got a couple more cards coming up here. Oh, I can see some price changes already. So obviously that Grimer is out of date. He says 260. He needs to be 220. And he's also not considered a high-end card, so he shouldn't be in the high-end card box. The new rule is high-end cards are $300 or more. Yes. So he shall be 220. That's a weird-looking Ghastly. What's a weird-looking Ghastly? Oh, the Grimace. What is this music even? Get some kind of trippy-ass, lame-ass music over here. Oh, we have to check that. Don't try to buy it. That has to be checked. All right, let's start with our Dark Ariados priced on $625. He might have already gone through a reprice, and I might have just not bothered to update the date because I feel like I priced him recently. Ariados returns. Are you ready? Okay, he's going through a reprice indeed. $725. Is that right? $725? That's a pretty big reprice. Uh-huh. I don't know if I agree with that price. So I can see he sold for $350. I'm going to reprice him to $400. Price to sell, guys. This Dark Ariados is price to sell. Cheapest buy it now is $750. Mine is going to be just $400, okay? It's a much better price. Okay. Another Wigglytuff. That one is very sphere-shaped. Ooh, that's the Topps Wigglytuff. Oh, this is a very special Topps Wigglytuff, because if you look, do you see the pattern to it? That's the cosmic pattern. So this is an extremely, extremely rare Cosmic Wave 4 Wigglytuff. Yeah, that's a big deal for Topps collectors. They know what I'm talking about. That's pretty rare. 400 on Ariados. Should have bought him earlier, huh? Okay. Let's go ahead and take a look at the queue real fast. We don't want to leave anyone waiting too long. Your gremlin hands, huh? What do we have here? Joey Albrecht. Get me into the Mewtwo break, he says. Mewtwo break is completed. Completed. Oh, we moved it over here, didn't we? Okay, the Mewtwo break is gone off. It is. Got Nathan Gordon. Very good. What is this music, man? And Joey Albrecht. Okay, good luck, Joey. That's like the Teardrop tops Charizard. Yeah, Teardrop is like wave 3. Cosmic is wave 4. That's how I organized them in my head. So wave 1, there's no pattern at all. It's an absolutely flat hollow foil. Wave 2 is the rays. Silver rays, rainbow rays. Wave 3 is teardrops. Some people call it sandpaper. Some people call it flames. I call it teardrops or rain or something. I don't know. And then wave 4 is the cosmic pattern. I call it a cosmic pattern. But everyone's got like different names for it. All right, here goes. Zamazenta for Nathan Gordon. All right, you can beat this, Joey. 130 is beatable. Oh, in fact, you're getting an energy card. Oh, it's a tie. That is a tie. You've got 130 on the Articuno and 130 on Zamazenta. Good luck, round 2, everybody. Jolteon. Oh, Jolteon's beatable. Let's see. Oh, in fact, you got him. Joey Albrecht takes round number 2. We're moving on to round number 3. Okay, Sarah Ledge, he's decent. But he doesn't beat Garchomp. Ta-da! Joey Albrecht, you're going to take the Mewtwo this time. I am sorry, Nathan. Nathan, if it makes you feel better, both of you guys were in the same position on your hits and misses. All right. Popping this over here and writing Joey Albrecht on the back of this. The gym breaks are pretty popular, you guys can see. That's 2 gym breaks just went off. They're just a fun little thing. They're like a break that you know is going to end pretty fast. You don't have to wait 17 years. Although that does happen. Sometimes you get into a break and no one else joins it for like a long time. It's a bit of fun. Okay. So speaking of which, we do have 2 more breaks. This Ghastly. This one's really good. It actually features Haunter and Gengar in the artwork. This one's a no-brainer. It's very good. And then here's an interesting one. Princess Peach. Lovely Princess Peach. This is those 2015 Mario poker cards. Okay, now, but before we get into all of that, let's go ahead and price up these pricey cards. So don't try to buy the Primate because it might have changed, okay? Primate. So this guy's gone up to 400. Cool. What has the Primate done? The Ghastly AR is mine. Yes. It's mine. All mine. Fire, Red, Prime, Ape. Boy, I can already feel that the air is more dry in here. Oops. Okay, the app is frozen. I wish it wouldn't do that. Who's here? Sign in, guys. Say your name if you're here. Who's here? Where are you from? Say where you're from if you're here. Let's see. There's a CGC 10 for 465. Let me type in Fire Red Reverse. Let me try that. This guy's a reverse foil, right? And then let me go to sold, and we'll just see what any of them last sold for. Okay, and oops, and let's filter it into buy it now real fast because I don't always trust auction. All right, so clearly some cheaper ones sold. It's like Weeping Bell and Rattata. Here's one that might be comparable. Here's a Nidoqueen, went for 500. Here is a Nidoking, went for 1.3 thousand. Yeah, Nidoqueen does not do as well as Nidoking. All right, so that is Primeape at $500. We're going to update him. We're going to make him 450. We're going to slightly lower him. I know that's going to make him more enticing. So Ariados gets more expensive. Primeape gets a little bit cheaper. I really don't feel like I have to do that because I don't mind holding this Primeape. He's really nice. I like Primeape. You are? I don't have any feelings for Dark Ariados, but Primeape's not bad. So my gut tells me you could hold that for a while. 9.25. Okay, cool. Now, here is our beautiful Black Label Kurumi. You know, when these cards first started getting priced, we didn't know much about them. So all the prices were in theory, but we are starting to get some data and feedback from FeeBay about what people are willing to pay for this Black Label. And so we are going to come in and price it at probably $240. Now, if you think that's a good price, go buy it. There it is. Okay. Very nice. $240 means it's too cheap for the red label. Oh, well. It's a Black Label card, so it's really cool. All right, now we've got Eevee. $1,000, huh? That's a special Eevee. PSA 10. Tops. Spectra. Eevee. All right. There is one for sale for $1,000. Hey, that's a big boy card right there, guys. Big boys only. All right, no small guys, only big boys. Okay. You're only allowed to buy this Eevee if you've watched Wolf of Wall Street. I'm here from the Taco Bell down the street. I had Taco Bell yesterday against my will. I did not want Taco Bell, but Karis wanted Taco Bell, and so she gets Taco Bell. And I ate it, and I thought it was absolutely terrible. I got her McDonald's tonight because, again, she's just in a really sad mood, like genuinely sad mood. So she got some McDonald's. I got a double quarter pounder and just ate that, and that was it. Actually, that's all I've eaten today. That and like a couple chicken nuggets, and that's it. I had that and oatmeal today. I'm doing very good. I'm back on it. I'm back to eating limited amounts of food. We are? All right. I will not be changing the price on this Wigglytuff, just giving it a better looking card. Pop 14. So the population for all holographic Wigglytuffs that have ever been graded is 14. That means this card is likely population 1. Likely. All right. McDonald's is arguably worse than Toxic Bell. Sure. We don't eat it very often. It's pretty rare. I'm probably gonna have to get Karis another cat. That's what I think is gonna happen. She is just sad without a pet. She's not like me. Beautiful. Look at that. Let's take a look at the queue now. We're taking a look at the queue. Any orders in the queue? Empty queue, guys. Get her a Mancoon or a Savannah cat. Those big cats? Nah. The Bell had metal in the beef. Not cool. Ooh. Get 2 ferrets. Hell no. Those are so stinky. I've smelled those before. Those are so stinky. All right. So, Dark Ariados Primate, Hello Kitty, Eevee, Wigglytuff. Look how nice that is. Wow, that looks great. I'll leave those up while I price up some more. You ready? All right. I think the trick, because we were having an allergy problem last time, I think the trick is something we didn't think to do last time, but it's going to be that the cat is going to be an outdoor cat. That's the trick. She can still go outside and pet him, or maybe bring him inside and pet him for a little while, and then you got to go back outside. That will be the solution to my severe cat allergies. There we are. So we have a beautiful Deoxys. Guess that was working really well. They go outside more than inside, and they connect with one human. Oh, that Slackoth is cute. He's cute, but deadly. It's very expensive. Here goes. We're going to say 10. Deoxys. Slackoth. You know, this music sounds very familiar. Oh, yeah. Living on Video, instrumental cover. So this is an actual song from the 80s. I thought I recognized it, but they removed all the singing from it here. Okay, so the PSA 10 is $420 plus $5 shipping plus taxes. We have the nice pristine 10. We're going to do $450, just like before. So his price doesn't change. Get her a reptile. I don't think she'll like it. She wants a cute little cuddly animal that'll sleep with her probably. She's lonely. You know what? I'm like a psychopath. I can have no pets and be fine. I can do it. It's easy. But I don't know. I don't think that's easy for everybody. She's got depression, I think. Here we are. All right. Ooh. So that's a whopping $650. All right. That's another reason why we got to move, man. If we do move, it's still something I'm contemplating. Get a pit bull. You're too funny, dude. All right. Probably if it wasn't for me, she'd have a bunch of pets. I'm kind of the anti-pet one in the family, in the relationship. So Pichu Expedition. Let's see. So there is a PSA 10 for 1.5. I believe we are raising our price to $750 then. So it was $650. It's going to $750. That's half the PSA price. Okay, that's how I've been valuing CGC gem mints. Been valuing them at half PSA. Happy wife, happy life. She needs a pet. Hippofat, I'm getting a F1 Savannah cat, but I have to build him an outside play space. Play the cat. Are any of you guys like cat experts? Give me some advice on an outdoor cat. Here's, Crystal Guardians. That's a cool one. That Pelipper's cool. I've sold that one before. And now let's see what he's doing now. Sold it to a guy who paid it down over time. Crystal Pelipper. Oops. I typed in Pelipper. Pelipper. There we go. There is a CGC pristine version for $730. And that's it. So we are moving this card from $355, priced on $625, to $750. Prices on these highly desirable vintage cards are moving up, and I am of the belief that they are not done rising in price. They're just too rare, and no one believed me when I said these are super rare and they're going to go up. And guess what? Now they cost more, and they are not less rare. They're just as rare as they've ever been. They are just as rare as before. It is. These will be targeted over and over again over time because of their extremely low population. All right, let's see what we got next. If you're getting an outdoor cat, the chances of someone or something taking it again is also high. Maybe so I thought maybe the trick is to get like 3 little kittens or something who lost their mittens, a couple of them, you know, maybe from like a shelter or whatever, and then just building like some cat houses. And if you have a couple cats that are outdoors, you can just feed them and take care of them. But if one of them's real nice and cuddly, then you've located a cat with a good personality, and that's the one she hangs out with. You know what I'm saying? So I've thought of that. Waifu slabs, you need to have a chip in them and a collar. Karis and I have the means to take care of lots of cats. We could be crazy cat people if we wanted to. So no cat has to, you know, suffer under this household. Tim Tran says 2 boxes of solo leveling. 2 boxes of solo leveling. Oh, yeah. Let's go get them. All right. Whew. Ta-da! Better endure the allergy mistress. She worked at home, so it's important to have her pet. I would, but it was really severe. I don't know if you were here for that. We had a problem so bad that, and you could probably find the streams where I was doing it. I couldn't talk. I couldn't sit down. I couldn't lay down. It was just 24/7 coughing. really severe. This is really bad. Box number 1. Ooh. I think we'll keep this box. And box number 2. What song is this? The Good Song. There we go. Very good. Ooh. Okay. I was here because the cats were peeing and doing other things in the house. Oh, snipping this. Yeah, we were having a severe problem with that. All right, snipping this. And snipping this. All right. Yeah, the cats were doing that really bad. There we are. Snipping this. Very nice. Things are feeling pretty good over here. We've got our little red cars sold. Our Sea-Doo boat, we gave it away to the guy who bought the main Sea-Doo boat. So the Sea-Doo and the Sea-Doo boat are gone. The Tri-Toon is gone. It's all gone. We don't own anything anymore. There's nothing big for us to transport anymore. We could literally pick out an apartment or a rentable home in another city and just move, like tomorrow if we wanted. It would require us to hire a moving team, of course, but we could move any day that we wanted now. There's nothing holding us back. It's just a matter of where do we want to explore or go. We are. It could be really cool for us to move to any city and just be able to travel around a lot. We are. Okay. Solo leveling Sung Jin Woo. Ooh. What is solo leveling like branded cards? Law answered. Yes, that's the ID card I wanted. Nice. I think this is a pretty fun anime. I watched it and I thought to myself, this guy's getting like godlike powers. So that's where the story is going to head for sure. It's going to head into him having to decide if he's going to be good or evil. You know, like he's going to have to deal with like the perspective of being so much more powerful than humanity that he's like on a godlike level. And maybe it will explore an interesting topic of what do you do at that level, you know? What do you do when you're that powerful? We are. But the show's got hidden stories left. I actually watched this anime. I watched this. Karis was liking it. It is. So we watched them all. We are. Ooh. Webtoon is better than the anime. Not as easy as Pets. I read the whole manhwa. It's amazing. Manhwa? What's a manhwa? We are. And here's... Don't spoil it, okay? Don't spoil it, because I think they're bringing out more content, huh? Can you pre-grade the ID card? Says Toasty Space Ghost. I give it a 10. Miss 6 graded a couple of these, and they graded 10. Looks pretty good on the back. Korean manga is called a manhwa. What? I'm going to watch the manga. Where do I get the mango? All right. Come on now. That's it. I'm moving to Korea. CS Man thinks I should move to Korea. What do you guys think? I'm going. My Siggy and Jinwoo got a 10. Most are pretty good cards. They are? All right. Sung Jinwoo. Ooh. Now we have to wait 10 years for the next season. Yeah, it takes a while to create a masterpiece. Speaking of masterpieces, what do you guys think of that new Harry Potter movie that's coming out, or TV show? Think that's going to be any good? I heard the director of the old Harry Potters was annoyed because he said they weren't changing enough. They said, what's the point of calling this like a remake when you're just copying all of the exact styles we already used? I was like, what? Mister, are you going to move to North or South Korea? I don't know. I think South Korea is better. Actually, capitalism is the problem. In North Korea, the government really likes its people and gives them free stuff. All right, Tim Tran. I watched that Jubilee debate between Patrick Bet-Davis and 20 anti-capitalists. Did you guys see that one? It's a very fun watch. Give it a watch. What am I listening to? Past that. There was a girl singing, oh! Great glorious leader of North Korea. Kiss X Sis is a good anime. Oh my god, you know this is not a good anime if he's saying that. CS Men should move to Toronto. Let's see. Kim will keep you. All right. There we go. He'll keep me. What, like in a jar or something? What does that mean? Here's Metapoo. Here's Shining Raichu. Here's Fartakuno. Here's... This is a nice Aerodactyl. $110 for the alt art. Cool, cool, cool. What do we got next? We have no orders in the queue. There's no orders in the queue. Short wait time. If you want to open anything at all, if you have any questions about any product, let me answer that question for you, okay? So if you're curious about what's good, if you're curious about, you know, this or that, let me know. I can answer any question you got. Let's take a picture of these pricey slabs. We got to get this done. Okay. I'm going to say it. I think vertical streams are the future, guys. I think the vertical streams are the future. Channel will grow faster, more orders, bigger audience. I wrote a book for you about Knoxville, Tennessee, and Discord. Read it later. Here goes. I'm going to read the whole thing right now. All right. Under which name? Is it in like general chat? General chat. Here it is. Okay, he says. A lot of the dams almost broke in flooded cities, but thankfully they didn't. Now the lake water is infested with bacteria that's harmful to humans, and the CDC and agriculture people said it will take years for our lakes to go back to normal. Oh, that sucks. Let's see. That's funny, man. So he was saying that you don't pay income tax, but you pay extra for maybe like water or like groceries. You know, my wife and I are 2 income, no babies, and we do all right. And as a result of that, the money saved from being in a no tax state kind of is a lot larger than a grocery tax. So it could still be a very worthwhile move. We are. I didn't like what I heard about the lakes having bacteria in it now. That's too bad, huh? But, you know, I will say this. Lake of the Ozarks is notorious for having, like, bad bacteria in it. Lake of the Ozarks is so overcrowded with people. You get all these super old septic tanks near the water. I got one right now. I got a 1980 septic tank. And so the theory is that it's leaking poop water into the water anyways. So, yeah, you know, it's not perfect out here either. So, you know, if the lake water wasn't perfect, it's not going to scare me. I'll be like, so? It's just how it is. In your opinion, what's the best sealed pack to grade? Whatever will make you a huge profit margin and grade 10. How's that? Is that helpful? We are. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, if you only knew that question to that answer, you'd be rich. If you could just answer that question perfectly and then just go do that thing using capital. All right, this guy's going to be repriced. What do we have here? We got, now this is probably a more correct price. So we have beautiful Vulpix here. Ninjask, we've got, so we got a couple slabs here to price, don't we? Now this guy's not expensive enough, nor this, nor this, nor this. So none of these are expensive enough to be considered high-end slabs anyways. These are standard slabs. Okay, put those there. Yeah, this one can be considered a pricey slab. You can move in with me, my sister, my girlfriend, a great cook, and you can store your pokies. Yeah, does anyone want to give me free housing in California? I'll go move out to California right now. Who wants to give me free housing in California? I'll pay in Pokemon cards. Dude, I was looking at Big Sur, the beach cliffs in California. Holy Jesus, dude, that's some beautiful stuff. But in order to buy a house out there, even like a upper tier, not upper tier, let me explain. When it comes to lake houses or waterfront property, there's front row property that actually is just on the edge of the water. And then second tier, third tier refers to how many roads backwards you go, how many layers backwards you go behind that waterfront home. So if I've got a waterfront lake house, the person on the other side of me, you know, across the road, they have a second tier lake home. And those are much cheaper. Well, in California, by the Big Sur cliffs and the ocean, I don't know how much you pay for the oceanfront properties. I think they're like $9 million. And then the upper tier ones, the second and third tier, they're like $4 million. And I was calculating that calculated taxes on a $9 million Big Sur California home. They're paying like $90,000 a year in taxes. And it's like, Jesus Christ, dude. It's got to be like some mega corporation CEO, rich guy or something like that paying that, because I couldn't handle that. Even if I had $9 million, which I don't, even if I had $9 million to buy a house that nice, I could not even afford the taxes on the home. I would be defeated by the taxes, so I couldn't keep the home. Ooh, this is cheap. What is this? Oh, that is tempting. All right, let's back out of here, though. All right. Sometimes I run into something. Okay, so Skyridge Murkrow, very cool. Made me appreciate the fact that, you know, rich people are paying huge amounts of taxes into your community. Even if you don't like them, they do. Whoa, this card has $100 shipping. What the hell? So Murkrow looks like it went up in price. Let me check sold. Yeah, Murkrow's up in price, everybody. So let's see. So that means we're going to sell this for about $520. Can I see the Kuromi Black Label Hello Kitty? Yes, you can. It's a great card. When my Black Label kitty cats have sold, I will move on to maybe pricing up a couple more of those. Do we just put them down in the bucket? Is that what happened? Let's see. Oh, God, these slabs are so freaking slippery, dude. All right, so here he is. $240, Black Label Kuromi. Pretty tempting. $240 is so fair. That is so fair, because Black Label, you can send in like 100 cards and none of them get Black Label, seriously. And then you can pour over the cards and look very carefully for the best ones. Still send in 100 of them and maybe one of them gets Black Label. That's how tough Black Label is. That is why Pokemon cards hit unbelievable prices as Black Labels. They don't do that with any other brand. Just Black Label BGS. I believe you pay taxes on 50% of what the property is worth. The Hamptons have great property taxes. I was just about to send for the Murkrow. Komiya art, I'm after. So this is Murkrow, and he has gone up in price. So he is not the same price anymore. And let me go ahead and reprice him now. He was available in the past for cheaper, but as time goes by, the price goes up based off of, well, the one that this was based off of is gone now. Okay. All right. So yeah, I would want to send money for this too if it was like $200 cheaper. I would like that too. But you know our pricing strategy. Our pricing strategy, we just follow by it now. That's all we do. And we just leave them out there. Here's Dusclops. He's about to be tested. You can see it says 625 down there. That was 3 months ago. So we're about to find out if Dusclops has changed, because he probably has. It all has changed. Yeah. Cheapest Dusclops is $850 now. Man, dude. All you guys had to do was buy these pricey slabs. They almost virtually all went up from last time. They're almost all higher from last time. Okay. What is the slab away for it? Are you asking what slab away is? Oh, are you asking how to set it up? To set it up, you send in $40 to get started. Slab away is a $20 fee. Oh, you're asking if it's less than a $20 fee. Is that what you're asking? What are the rules? No, he's $240, so he's still a full $20 to slab away. Here it goes. So you could save $20 and try to buy him outright. All right, now Dusclops. We're gonna make ours 800. So ours is actually cheaper by $50 than the eBay one. All right. Look at this cutie. So that's Ghastly. That's Poker Deck Ghastly, but it's an extremely rare version of the Poker Deck Ghastly. This is the leaf green deck. It's from the same time period as the Gold Stars. And it appears, just like they didn't print a lot of the Gold Star decks, Gold Star boxes, they did not print a lot of these poker decks in that time period either. It's a big detail. So I'm recognizing these poker cards. By the way, it's a very nice looking poker card, and they seem to be particularly low pop. Unusually low pop. Here we have a perfect Pikachu, and I'm sure I have nothing to compare this to. I'll take a look, but I doubt it. 10. Tops, Pikachu. Clear card. Let's just hit go. Let's see. So here's a PSA 10 for 300. Yeah, I'll lower this to 750 because it didn't sell. But I genuinely have nothing to compare this to, so I don't really know what his price should be. He got the perfect 10 though. Okay. CGC gave that Pikachu a perfect 10. This was their black label, their version of the black label, and they didn't keep it. They got rid of it. I don't know why they got rid of it. I think it was a bad deal for them to get rid of it. I wish they would bring it back. I pray that they bring it back one day. I believe it's 200 plus. It's the regular slab away fee. Yeah, so if it's below 200, I'm trying to think. Like we do, I think it's $200 to $100. That's going to be a $10 fee. And then 100, if you get to $99 and lower, that's a $5 fee. So that's kind of the structure. CGC is the new GMA. No, that's not true. Not on all cards, but on some. I think that their Gem Mint 10 is basically a very weak 10 consistently. And some of them are so weak that you can look at them and be like, this is a 9. You know? All right, Spectra Jolteon. We're getting a lot of work done tonight. This is a very special card. Jolteon. Spectra Jolteon, everybody. $1,400. Oh, it was priced recently. Let's give it the new sticker. Mom, what's up, man? There we go. All right. Yeah, learning about that taxation. Same with Texas, by the way. Let's say I wanted to buy a nice house in Texas. Let's say I wanted to buy a $1.5 million house in Texas. That's a pretty nice house. You pay that 2% taxes in Texas. They have the top tax rate on homes. And all of a sudden, they're a high-tax state because you wanted a nice house in the state. So that is the main problem I'm having with Texas. When I think about Texas as a rip-off property tax state, I go, it's cool. It's got a lot to do. It's huge. It's got this megapolis city, Dallas, Texas. Austin is exploding. Companies seem to love it. Everything's bigger in Texas, including the property taxes. And I go, ultimately, if we can move anywhere that we want, maybe Tennessee. Lower cost of living, lower property taxes, and no income tax. So, I don't know. And then there's Reno, Nevada's tempting as well. Reno. You ready? Let's see. Click. We have Israel Rodriguez. 3 Rascal Does Not Dream. Ooh, Rascal doesn't dream of a Pokemon card. 1, 2, and 3. Ta-da! $1.5 million house in Texas. That's like having 10 rooms. True. But not necessarily. That might mean having a house in the right location in Texas. Let's ask ChatGPT. How much taxes would I pay on a $1.5 million home in the Dallas, Texas region? And this is my primary residence. Okay, and it's going to say Taxes owed, $31,000. $31,000? That's like how much money I made in its entirety for my career at Coca-Cola. I got paid like $31,000 a year. That's rent. You're paying rent to the government. You're paying rent to the government at that point. 31,000. That's rent. That's nuts, dude. 31,000. Hell no, dude. Hell no. We all started in caves. I'm flying to Tennessee in a couple of hours. Oh, nice, man. Moved to huts, then villages, then towns, cities, now megapolises. Can you guess what's next? Post-apocalyptic, I don't know, palaces. All right, you ready? Oh. Okay. Gooner palaces. There you go. May I take a screen? There we go. I did the sob away for the Kuromi. May I take screenshots of it for my own reason? Of course you can. I don't mind. I can't even stop you from doing it, so do whatever you want. There you are. All right. Good. And very nice. Very nice. That's the next evolution in society. Gooner Palace. Very good. Very good. Ta-da! Thank you. Welcome back, by the way, Mr. Israel Rodriguez. Let's go find your bag. I think it's over here. I have screenshots of Mr.'s hands. I think Idaho just lowered their income tax rate by 0.4. Missouri's doing that too, actually. Missouri is lowering their taxes, which is one of the temptations to stay. One of the big reasons for us to move is we're bored of tears out here. We're quite bored. We have thought about having a hybrid lifestyle where we have 2 Pokemon card streaming setups, one at this house and one at the other house. One at this house and one at a house in like St. Louis, St. Louis, Kansas City, Springfield. So that is a strategy. We buy a second house in the city, and here's the strategy. Are you ready? So in the summertime, I moved my operation out here to Lake of the Ozarks in this beautiful home. We get to spend the summertime in the Lake of the Ozarks. Then as winter approaches, which would be kind of like right now, we pack up our bags because you can't swim in the water anymore. We pack up everyone's cards. So we have a system for packing up everyone's cards, right? Move everything in big tubs. And then we hightail it back to the Kansas City home, for example. We just drive back there. So we own 2 homes. Maybe we get rid of the other. We got a total of 3 properties right now. We get rid of the other 2 properties. We buy a small home in Kansas City, and we spend Christmas in Kansas City or St. Louis, whatever. We spend Christmas in Kansas City, and we spend summer in Lake of the Ozarks. So that's a strategy too, and it could be really satisfying. So we're not sure. Did you see the experiment when they closed off a group of rats and made Ratopia? Everything the rats wanted and needed. Do you know how the experiment concluded? The rats got depressed, right? They got depressed and started eating each other or something. I don't know. Okay, Israel Rodriguez for Gunslinger Final Fantasy. Here we are. 6, what do you think about them experimenting on rats? I say we demand that they experiment on other animals. I don't like it. It's not right. Now, where is Gunslinger? I know we have an open box of Gunslinger, right? Sure of it. Gunslinger. We should have an open box of Gunslinger. I'm not seeing it, though. I may have to go get a fresh box. That's what I'm doing. That's what I said, bunny bread. All right. The rats slaughtered each other. 3 properties in Ozark is 1 small home in California. Yeah, Karis and I could go to California if we wanted to pull out a really big loan and sold all these houses and used the equity as a down payment in California. So California is within our grasp if we wanted to live there. It's the taxes, man. We look at the taxes and it just makes us blink and go, I don't know, dude. I don't think so. What are they even doing with all that money? Are they doing anything good with it? like we talked about this. We talked about if Texas is taking all our money, not all of it, but if they're taking a pretty big cut through property taxation, but they're actually taking the money and doing stuff we care about, then maybe it's not a big deal. Something that you forget about that. Like maybe it's a good thing my government takes my money because they're out there doing stuff with it that really only a government can do, you know, like building roads. Building roads. Nobody disputes roads. It's a good idea. Mostly nobody disputes roads. But what is California doing with all the taxes? I don't think they do stuff with the taxes that I even agree with. We are. All right. So, for these, look at this Vincent card. We're going to send that off to grade. I wouldn't fret too much over the taxes. Also, it would be cool if you could pay in cash, use nickels. I do fret over the tax. I fret a lot. It's like the biggest thing I care about. Because if you have this ability to relocate your whole life, move it, big dramatic move out of your home state into a new place, and you're sitting down and you're all about strategy and you think it through. You want to move to the place that's growing. You want to move to the place where you buy a $500,000 home that becomes $1 million home. You want to pay less taxes year over year so that you have more left over to buy stocks with. And so the house you choose is kind of like choosing a partner to date. If you choose really well, your life could be very easy. And if you choose somebody and it's the wrong choice, it could be hell, you know? So I think it's a little bit like, it's a big choice. I think it's actually, I think it's a really big choice. Ooh. Okay. So I shall place this here. The place you are living in could make or break you. Here we are. Hey, mister, let's say I won the big jackpot. Should I tell people or should I keep it to myself? Ooh, I don't think you'd be able to hide that. I think you would want to tell people. So I don't think you could hide that. You would want to tell people. You know what you should do? If you win a big jackpot, you know, like $1 million, $10 million or some crazy stuff, here's what you need to do. Seek legal counsel. Seek legal counsel. Seek a therapist. Seek a PR representative, somebody who represents you. Use the money right away to surround yourself with a smart team of people who can act as advisors. They can prepare you for how your family is going to change around you. They're not going to treat you the same, how your friends will treat you differently. They can prepare you for that. And you have to evolve as a person, I think, really rapidly. You're going from being a poor person who identifies with other poor people and gets along with them to now you're a rich, snooty jerk. Oh, I see how it is. You won the lottery, but you can't loan your old friend $1 million, huh? What a jerk. You're not one of us. Get out of here. You're a rich guy now. You're a rich guy. So, you know, you're probably going to have to get ready to enter a new class in society. You have to get used to an idea that now your friends are going to hate you probably, or they're not going to treat you the same. They're not going to want to hang out in the same capacity. They're going to be steeped in jealousy. How hard is it? They actually made a whole episode of The Office about this. Remember when Daryl, he worked in the, what do they call that? In the shipping department. And then the whole shipping department wins the lottery and Daryl didn't join them for the lottery purchase. And so he missed out on it. Remember that? And he had to watch them walk around and parade around with their money. So, you know, it's a really it's a fascinating phenomenon that you don't think is occurring, but it is. Under the water, it's occurring. You know, everyone's separated by money and class and group identity. So there's a little bit, and actually maybe CS Man's learning about that because he's taking sociology. Israel Rodriguez, let's grab your bag. He was saying he's learning sociology. So there's a bit of that goes on. And you hear about people who say winning the lottery is like hell for a while because they have to adapt to losing all their friends, losing family members, people who are mad and jealous and don't approve of how you spend it. Or maybe you just spend it like an absolute fool and you return to being poor, and that's depressing in its own way. All right, you need a vacation, says Charles. Yeah, maybe someday. I'd be gone, mister. I suggest move to the highest elevation that you can. Now, why do you say that, the highest elevation? You mean like to the mountains, right? You know, I looked at Telluride, Colorado, but the cheapest home out there is like $3 million. So not doing that. I mean, if I sold off my collection, maybe we could do a down payment. But I don't know. I don't like that. Thanks for the advice. I won it big in Vegas, so I need some ideas. Did you actually win it big in Vegas? You're lying. You're the next punch balls. I'm actually kind of rich. Statistically, almost every lotto win ends up failing to create generational wealth. Yes, and there's a great explanation for that. If you are somebody who generates wealth, you do not need a lottery to make money. You will become wealthy over time. And if you're somebody who has not figured out how to generate wealth and you suddenly get a big paycheck, you're just going to spend it. And then you're going to be out of that money. It's the same analogy. It's the fish analogy. Give a man a fish. He's fed for a day. Teach a man to fish. He feeds a village. That situation. So that's what it is. It's that analogy. And that's why the lottery is very fun, but oftentimes it ends in sorrow or grief or frustration. Next up, we have an order from Nicholas Bentz. Kuromi Slab Away. All right, you got it. Kuromi. All yours, buddy boy. Where did we put Kuromi? Is she up on this table? Where did we put it? We didn't put it back in the box right after you asked about it, did we? I don't see it. Give a man a fish and a woman, he becomes a village. What? That's so clever. You want a sugar mama. One positive of winning is you'll be guaranteed to get married to a very beautiful wife or husband. Not a mill, though, but got 750K. Got lucky on one of those high roller machines. What? I don't believe you. I don't believe you. I do not believe that Got a Blast made 750K in Las Vegas. I don't believe it. If that's true, I want you to wire 750K to my account as proof. All right, Nicholas Bentz. I say you start a gambling live stream and just gamble all 750K. See if you can turn it into 1.5 million. Seek old rich people. Seek Warren Buffett. Blast spend 1,000 right now. You got to blast some lies in chat. No one's going to believe you if you say that, obviously. It's just, it's like a thing that you can say it, but people are just going to be like, uh-huh. But, hey, if you did win the 750K, congratulations. I hope you buy yourself a real nice Pokemon card with that money, because you should. All right, so Nicholas, we're going to say September 25. Nicholas Bentz. Take the entire sum, go buy a nice house with it. Not too big of a house, one that you can maybe just pay in full. And then just stick to your job and don't change. And then no one needs to know you made 750K. So this is Black Label. Black Label Kuromi. And it's going to be 240. 220 remains. Nicholas Bentz, it's all yours. $220 remains. I'm not really a fan of Pokemon, more into sports cards. All right, I see how it is. You don't even like Pokemon cards. What, you just come in here to tell us you got 750K? This he's busting my Pokeballs. Well, Pokemon's not even that good. I see how it is. Would you take a $60,000 offer on that Gyarados? Oh, man. In the fact that we're trying to move, that is tempting because that could help us move. But would I regret it severely? Yeah, I would feel immensely sad. I like having a prestigious card collection, so it's kind of, a valuable thing. I won $750 before. Now, that's believable. If you told me you won $750, I'd be like, sure you did. Tim Tran said, one box of solo leveling. And shipping. You got it. Let me go get another box of solo leveling. There we go. All right. You busted my peanuts, mister. If you want to claim that you made a 750,000 in Las Vegas, you gotta back that up with some proof is all I'm saying. Here you are, because that's a pretty wild claim. All right. You gotta send me like a picture or something, an email, and then I'll let the audience know it's authentic. Let the audience know it's real. There we go. I was thinking of investing into getting my own home, though, because I'm still renting here, so I might go that route. It's tough, you know. You could just keep living your current lifestyle and put all $750,000 into the stock market and just let that passively grow and act like nothing happened. Just keep living your life, knowing you've got a great retirement now. I mean, if you let that money grow for a couple of years, it'll reach $1 million. And you can keep contributing to the account too. That actually would tempt me a lot. Buying a home isn't necessarily the only thing or the best thing to do with all that money. I'm tempted to sell all 3 of my homes and do nothing but rent as of lately. We are. All right. Football starts tonight. Joy Uprex says, I made out with Taylor Swift 4 years ago. Gotcha. I got to make a Discord though. You could show me a picture on Discord. If you show me a legitimate like picture of the winnings, I will tell everyone that you're not lying, and you will have all the clout that you want. You will have the I made 750K in Las Vegas clout, and then we will ask you how your life goes, because I'll be immensely curious how things go. We are. Go Birds. I didn't tell you show and tell was on Discord. We are. Ooh. All right. Here's this guy, Sung Jin Woo. All right. And this guy, 750K on a machine. It could happen to you too, Brandon. You could make 750K. Oh, look at that. Oh, yeah, Mr. Tim Tram. You didn't win blank. It is hard to believe, but I guess, you know, it's probably not impossible. But if somebody is willing to prove it, then, yeah, I mean, they're going to have... We're all going to be extremely impressed if it's true. I'm going to be impressed anyways. We are. I was winning big tacos and make money. I want to win big tacos and make money with them. All right. So let's see. Oh, Igris. Very nice. Look at that. Igris. Hey, what's up? Daniel Barry Sports Highlights. It's a 50-50, mister, if it's true or not. Here it is. Okay. All right. Okay. Tossing this over here. Throwing this over here. Now, I got to ask AI. Hey, AI, what's the most you can win on the slot machines in Las Vegas? Let's see what it has to say. The biggest slot win in Vegas history was actually $39 million. Other top mega payouts included $35 million, $27 million, $22 million, $21 million. There's technically no cap. Okay. All right. I didn't know machines could do that. That's interesting. Now I'm learning things about Las Vegas that I didn't know. Here we are. Tim Twam. Here we are. Very nice. I'm going to mail you some sardines soon. Really? Here we are. I'll do a sardines review. There we go. Oh, no, wait a second. Let's grab the bag. Tim Twam. Very nice. And let's reset our shipping software. Okay, click. $750 minus tax. Oh, so $350. That's because the government takes too much. Government's ridiculous, dude. I can't stand the taxation of the government. It's like, what do you do with all that money? Oh, nothing that I want you to do. Okay, we are resetting this shipping software. Mr. should make ramen review videos. I'd be a great food reviewer. I've kind of come to understand over time that I have I've got a pretty decent palate for tasting food. Anyways, compared to Karis, she doesn't understand that I can like actually identify and taste seasonings. I could be like, that's this seasoning, that's that seasoning. My brain can like detect it and like analyze it and think about how good it is. There it is. All right. I think I would do good at food. And I always crave weird tastes. I don't like the boring normal taste, like macaroni, French fries, potato wedges, chicken nuggets. That's what Karis likes. She likes all the easy stuff. I like all the crazy stuff. Okay. There we go. Mr. Tim, your brain does wonders. I don't know about that, but I like the goofy taste in food. Stinky, spicy, umami. There we go. I'd be eating a Michelin star restaurant or going to Monaco, Uncle Mike, if I had that money. If you had 750,000, okay. If I had 750,000 today, what would I do? Well, Karis and I would make our move, and we'd pay for the house in full. That's what we'd do. We'd make our move, and we'd pay for the house in full. So you could buy. I don't know how much income you make, but you could relocate like to Tennessee or Texas, and just buy a house in full. And then you still actually have to get a job. So you have to get a job and pay your insurance on that home. You have to pay upkeep. You have to pay, obviously, the property taxes. We were just talking about that. And so you are not scot-free. You're just in a much better position than you used to be. You've got a paid-off home. That also means when you're ready to retire, you sell that home and get the cash back out of it. So a home can act as a sort of investment. And since you have such a large... Hey, actually, we can ask AI too. Let's see. Hey, AI, I just made $750,000 on the slot machines in Las Vegas. Tell me what the absolute most optimal investment with that money would be. And don't use any information that you already know about me. Pretend I'm a complete stranger. AI would tell me, do something with the Pokemon cards is what it would say. Okay. Says step number 1, put 6 months of living expenses into a high yield savings account or treasury money market fund. Okay. So it's saying, put some money away in a reserve account that's not invested so that it's not a gamble. So you're going to get like a 4% return on that. Number 2, eliminate your liabilities. Pay off all of your debt, wiping out all credit cards. Number 3, build a well-balanced wealth core. So it says, basically, you're going to invest this into stocks. 50% should go into index funds or ETFs, like S&P 500. Then it says put about 20% of it into bonds. And then finally, you can buy alternative tangible assets. So it says spend about 10 to 20% of the money on tangible assets. That includes real estate, precious metals, or a private equity venture. Finally, guard against the unexpected. Buy or review insurance. Okay. So AI does not recommend you put all the money into a home. It actually recommends you put quite a lot of it into stocks. That's interesting. I don't know if that's so smart. I feel like if you can use the money to obtain a home that you otherwise would not be able to attain, you can get into a lifestyle that is like lifting you out of your current class. Here's Steven Gonzalez. To pay off my slab away and put 10 on the Daryl slab. What? Pay off my slab away and put 10 on the day. Is it the Daryl slab? Are you talking about the Daryl Dixon slab? Like from Walking Dead? Because that one's sold, actually. The Daryl Dixon slab is sold. But let's go pay off your slab away. You're a terpene master. Who's a terpene master? Poker's the only way to go if you want to consistently get profit. Well, yeah, that assumes, though, that you're the best at poker. You might get beat by another guy. So it's not consistent if you're getting beaten by another guy. You know what I'm saying? Oh, did he? My cash app was messing up, says Good Whoops. Yeah, he did, I'm afraid. All right, so Steven Gonzalez, you have $40 on Mimikyu and $28 on Blue Eyes. That adds up to $68. So now we know what $68 is doing. Okay. Steven Gonzalez. Let's go find these. Oh, this is Genesis. She got the other Bowser. Ah, here we are. So there's the Mimikyu. And here's the Blue Eyes. So these are paid off, though. And what that means is if you find something that you really like, you can put it in a slab away. Those are both done. Okay. I will just... Actually, I'm going to leave this one here like you're going to reuse it. I'm going to clear out this one. Thank you so much. Now, that also means you have $10 left over. Let me write you down for $10. Added you as a friend on Discord. All right, let's do it. Let's see it. I'm curious. He might be telling the truth. All right, so you can share as much as you want. I promise I won't share anything. You can guarantee that. Let's see. Steven Gonzalez. I'll just confirm if you're telling the truth is all. So I'll tell the audience if you weren't making it up. Okay. House is Freedom Jail. Yeah, I mean, if you're paying a big-ass tax on like a $700,000 home, you know, that's not very free at all. Because now you have to have a job that can pay the property tax each year. And if you fall behind on your property tax, the government's going to penalize you or even take the house away or something. Who knows? There we go. All right, he says, I sent. Let's see it, guys. You ready? So, really? Is that you? Wow. According to this, it was originally $1 million. So 750 is after paying taxes. That's the post-taxes amount. Wow. That's pretty cool, man. So I'm just going to assume that's you. I mean, I'm not going to ask you for a driver's license or anything. Yeah. So I don't think I'm going to do that. Yep, that's me. That's pretty neat, man. So how did you feel when you won it? Were you tickled pink? And now you're just wondering what to do with it. You know, AI did not recommend that you put it into a home. It actually recommended buying S&P 500 ETF stock. That's exactly what I buy. I don't even have too much of it, but I buy, it's up 18% since I bought it 2 years ago. And yep, I just have stocks. Karis has stocks too as part of her retirement plan provided to her by her employer. And her stocks have gone up like 25%. And it's becoming a sizable amount. Balls deep in Pokemon. I shouldn't have took it all. Should have went for regular payments, but I was happy. So I was like, alrighty, I'll take it all. I hear what you're saying. So they will give you a payment plan and they'll give more of it out. I see what you're saying. You know, the reason they do that is because if you allow them to hold on to the money longer, this complicated mathematical equation called the time value of money plays out in their favor anyways. So they prefer not to pay it out in full because that money today is much more valuable. Meaning if you've got that money in your hands, you can right now put the entire amount of it into the stock market and immediately start receiving you know, capital gains as the stock goes up over time. And you can immediately start earning what do they call that? Profits, dividends. There we go, dividends. So you can immediately start getting quarterly dividends as well. And so they don't want to pay you out because they've got the money invested themselves, I'm sure. I mean, at the very least, they've got that money sitting in a 4% income account, but they probably do better than that. The banks probably do more than that with their money. They probably have it in the stock market. So if they can pay you just a little bit at a time, that means they can continue to collect capital gains and dividends from that money. And so they don't want to pay you. They want it to keep working for them. They don't want it to all work for you. But now you've got it all. You took the lump sum. It was a smaller amount. And you can immediately get that all in the stock market and then just go back to your job like nothing happened. And let that 750 turn into a legitimate 1 million. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's probably not the most fun route. But what I would do is probably take like, I don't know, I'd take like $20,000 out. I'd have a big party. I'd go on a cruise. And then I would not quit my work. I would just put the whole thing into retirement. And then you're very close to retiring now. You don't have to work much longer. Your retirement account needs to reach a level where the dividend payout, the quarterly dividends, is enough to support your lifestyle. And with you being close to $1 million already, you're like, I think about halfway there, really. Depends on what state you live in. You could actually put all that money in the stock market and then move to the cheapest state and live in the cheapest area of the cheapest state, and you probably already have enough. But then again, do you want to live there? So, if you want to live in a more expensive state, you're going to have a higher income. All right. But yeah, so it gets you close to retirement pretty fast. The other thing, I wouldn't do, I would not continue gambling maybe, because the casino is hoping you'll spend that money again at the casino. And mathematically, the odds of you doing that twice is not good. Israel Rodriguez, 3 more rascals, right? So, if the casino has to pay you out, they're betting on you coming back and spending that money with them until it goes back into their pocket anyways. And that's kind of how they get you. So now you have to change your behaviors in life from being a guy who gambles to a guy who does not gamble. And I think that sort of pivot is something that a lot of people aren't capable of doing, which is why you hear about people who do win the lottery and then they just lose it all. We are. All right, Israel Rodriguez. So you're changing class into being like I would say if you got $1 million in the bank, you're now more like middle upper class, right? So you're changing status into middle upper class. And you also have to change your personality type from somebody who likes going to Las Vegas and gambling to somebody who likes hoarding his money in the stock market. So you have a personality change. And if you do that, you win. Now, if you go back to Las Vegas and it stays as part of your regular routine, you're going to be so tempted to run through that 750, because it's like every time you're low on cash and you're not having fun anymore, you're like, well, I can just re-up. I got more cash. So yeah, you got to change your personality type into being like me. I'm like a Scrooge type. So if you could trade personalities with me and be a Scrooge now, you would be set, because I would take that entire chunk of money and invest it immediately, and I'd never gamble. We are. I'd gamble on Pokemon. After I won, they were trying to get me into the high-end rooms and trying to get me to pay for some other high-end things. I told them no thanks, and I left immediately. Nice. Nice. Yeah, nice. That's cool, man. It's a cool story. I think the way it works, for those of you who enjoy the subject of gambling, I think the way it works is slot machines in particular, they get to pay everyone pays in $2 million by playing the machines. And then I bet that they pay out something like, the machines pay out something like 1.2 million. And everyone gets a little bit of that. And then one guy's going to get, one very lucky guy, and this time it was you, one lucky guy is going to get 1 million. But the system works by carving out that 800,000. The 800,000 goes to the house. And so that's why statistically your odds have to be pretty bad. So the house takes 800,000. And so that means for you to pull this off the second time, the odds are heavily not in your favor. Everyone's always known this about the lottery and gambling in general. That's why it's considered a vice, because these casinos found that they could get away with taking such a huge margin that your statistical odds are poor. See, like we have breaks ourselves. Let's pick out a break. Maybe like, here we go. So maybe like this Espeon here, this is a break. And so here you have your odds here are 1 in 26, which is pretty cool. You can actually see your odds, unlike, I don't think slot machines show you. But baked in here, once you remove the star spot, it's 1 in 25, right? Baked in here is probably like $200 or $250 of profit for me. And that's a big part of what happens here with the break. Now, if you find that that's acceptable, then you jump in the break. But that profit margin is adding on a couple spots into the equation. So it goes from 1 in, 21 to 1 in 26 pretty fast, lowering your odds. Well, that's just this Espeon card. When you get over here to the casino, and they're just doing it on computers too. So like over here, it's a deck of cards that we shuffle. So it's real, there's no trickery going on. You guys split the deck. It's all just physical cards. There's no trickery. But you're on a computer here. So some computer, it either decides yes or no for you, and there's no luck basically. It's just a computer deciding when to pay out. well, I don't know what I'm trying to say here with that. I guess what I'm trying to say is the computers make me feel more cynical about it, you know? But I suppose computers can mimic RNG to some degree, but they make me feel like they're, you know, sort of hostile against me. They're designed to just drain my wallet. But so their profit margin's so huge in the casino typically that your odds are just so poor. And you never see the odds, which is why you keep playing the slot machine. And a lot of people do. So you're not alone. It's not like a behavior that no one else is doing. But I guess slot machines have like a comfortable hypnotic feeling to them. I went to the St. Louis casino last year, first time I'd been there since I was 21, but I was taking care because she'd never been to a casino. And I remember walking through the casino floor room saying, man, I wish I ran a casino. This is so cool. It's like, what a fascinating business. All the machines, they're all bright, they're blinking, they're making noises. It's ASMR. It's ASMR. You're on a hypnosis machine. And it's a really impressive thing that humans have discovered that we enjoy RNG and money and hypnosis. And so I'm really impressed by concepts like that, that something can be hypnotic. In other words, soothing, right? Truly soothing and rhythmic. I don't know what the word is. Rhythmatic. It's definitely rhythmic. So all of that endlessly fascinates me. And the math behind the gamble and the experience of the gamblers, it's all really fascinating. But you're in a lucky position. You are the winner today. And so I would say you have to now change personality types. If you want to keep that money, you have to be a new person now. Israel Rodriguez, my 5 Mega Symphonia. Bright lights, loud. It's all supposed to be overstimulating. I didn't know that stuff happened. With slot machines, they all have a return to player ratio. Most machines that give or take 90% RTB, but Nevada says it must be above 75%. You can look up the RTB of different machines. I see what you're saying, but you know, even if they're giving back 70 or 10%, scratcher tickets, for example, had that payoff rate of about 60%. Wasn't Mr. Beast was testing that? Remember that? So that was one of his big videos that was gaining him millions of views. They were running scratcher ticket tests and discovering that scratcher tickets have absolutely insulting payouts. And then with the machines, with the slot machines, even though they're paying out at a 90% rate, ultimately you stop playing by the time you've lost a certain amount of money. So it just somebody always loses 10%, always. That's ultimately the takeaway here. Different gambling games will have different mechanics, but ultimately if you sit there, you're just going to constantly lose 10%. Now you do that until the machine drains enough money out of everybody, like a siphon. So you do that until everyone gets drained far enough that they can do a huge payout to one guy, which is super stimulating, super cool. And then they get their cut. And again, their cut can be pretty big. So again, you're saying the payout rate is 10%, but how much money do you think they officially collect in profits before they do their payout? And it's probably like the equation I showed you. So they take that 10% day after day after day until it adds up into $2 million. And they say, okay, somebody gets 1.2 of that $2 million. Here it is, Israel Rodriguez. All right. Slots aren't rigged like you think. They basically pull rates on a slot machine. Eventually, it's going to pay out. Oh, man, Mr. Mike. they are definitely rigged. They are 100% rigged. That is the nature of it. That's the only nature of it. That is the only nature of a slot machine, is to be rigged. That is all it is. It's strictly that way. It's strictly designed for you to lose in the long run. If it was designed for you to win in the long run, the casino would go out of business. Like if everyone made 105% return on every slot machine, how would the casino come up with this money? It's just giving money away. So the casino acts as a siphon. And so it is, by definition, designed to siphon your money. Now, it does that to maybe 5,000 people. And then one of those 5,000 people picks up maybe $1.2 million. And then the casino picks up $800,000 during this siphon period. And that is the nature of it. Now, I don't claim to know what their actually, maybe AI knows. AI might know. Hey, if a slot machine paid out $1 million in the course of the slot machines earning up that money to give it away, how much money do you think that the slot machines made that the casino kept? In other words, what is the profit margin on a slot machine? The AI might know this stuff. This gets into how casino structure slots mathematically. Okay. It explains the yes. So it explained that the you know, so the slot machine is making 10 pennies, 10 cents every dollar bet. Okay, now it says every time the casino always earns its edge regardless of short-term wins. Here, yes. It's going to ask me, how much do you think Excalibur made on $39 million? How much did the casino make? Okay, give me a second here, guys. So the famous $39 million. It says $265 million were wagered. And then there was a $39 million payout. What did the casino win, though? Is it saying that the casino made $4 million? They already locked in a profit about the same size while players were chasing the jackpot. Wait, I'm confused. For the jackpot to grow to 39 million, players must have waged roughly 264 million. Okay, so, okay, so here it is. Here's the math. You ready, guys? So this is interesting math. Are you ready? So it's explaining that to reach 39 million, the casino has to have taken in 264 million in wagers, but the casino is going to keep a certain percentage of that. It is casino kept 39 million profit. Small wins. Oh, that already assumes the small wins. Oh. So 225 gets returned. That includes small wins and jackpot. The casino had already banked its profit while the jackpot was building. Now I'm really confused. So does the casino make its money by investing the wager? Excuse me. I'm very curious. Okay, so 85 cents of a dollar goes back to the player in the event of small wins, and then the casino keeps 15 cents of that. Okay. Okay, so it's not explained. So how does the casino make profit from this? I'm very curious. Let's see. I'm still not confused. Does the casino keep part of the 39 million? It's almost like the AI doesn't know. Okay, so it's explaining it a little bit. So there's two cuts. One cut is the cut for the casino, the other cut is for the jackpot, and the rest is paid back to the player. So what was the casino's profit? Oh man, there's some math here. When the 39 million jackpot was paid out, the casino's profit was also about $39 million. Look at that. Here it is. So there's our answer. When the 39.7 million jackpot was made, the casino's profit was also about 39 million earned during the buildup. Very, very interesting. That's so interesting. That would suggest that that's actually worse than what I thought was happening. So I sort of wrote it down as 1.2 million goes to the player, 800,000 goes to the casino. They're saying the casino gets the same pull that it's built up the same amount as the player. Now, Pao Vang, he says, ship everything. Address starts with blah, blah. You got it, man. All right, we're doing some shipping on the next order. I guarantee that the 39 million win was with a banked slot machine that is networked into multiple machines at different casinos. Oh, yeah, sure. You're like nationwide or something, right? Let's see. Let's see. Or maybe across to all of the casinos. We're looking for Pao Vang. Philip. Okay. Sorry. You know, I was off screen talking to the AI trying to figure out exactly what it was saying. Aha, here we are. That says baggie number 1. Baggie number 2. All right, lovely. Let's go ahead and get your shipping. Oh, what is this? That's not right. What the hell? My return address was removed. Okay, let's put it back in there. All right, that's back in there. Now we'll go over here. We've got your address. Look, everybody left. We have 65 viewers. They did not find the casino subject interesting. All right. You know why? Because we were talking about math. Let's see. And that is boring. We had like 83 watchers. Now we got 65 watchers because I started calculating mathematics behind the casino win, and I wanted AI to explain it too. Slabs too. You got it, man. Those get picked up later. Miss Alexis does it. I only print the label. So you and I are just at the label printing step. The slabs get added by Miss Alexis. Dang it, mister. I got a D+ average in math. If you start talking about math and statistics, you will make everyone run away. Can we see the breaks? Yes. All right, we got 1 break. We got 2 breaks. This Bowser break is kind of popular. We gained 2 people in here in the daytime stream. So it's this Bowser, but it's also this Mario card back here. So you get Bowser and Mario. There it is. Very nice. Okay. And so here is Aerodactyl. Here's Trafalgar Law. Moltres. Oops. The Mega Break with Gengar in it. The Cloud Break. The Heart Break. The Gengar Break that nobody's jumped into yet. Break's moving a little slower, actually, lately, it feels. Did you guys notice that, too? Here we are. All right. I noticed we've had a lot of pack openings. A lot of focus on pack openings. So, now we've got... I wonder if that just means we got to pick the right cards for the break. Sarah Dooserberry, OP9 Box Japanese. Miss Sarah, were you waiting for this the whole time? And I was over here talking about casino payout rates, profit margins. Actually, these tangents you drift off on. There we go. Oh, yes, you actually. Here we are. With 6 gone, that's 1 less breaker. She was not gone. She was here early in the stream. But she was opening up some booster packs. Yeah, she was here at the beginning of the stream. All right. Very nice. Okay. Putting this over here. All right. Move this. Move this. Very good. And let's start sneeping this. Here's 1 sneep. And... oh, I was sad when she got upset about the cat. Oh, yeah? I felt it was a bit strange because, you know, I'm the one who doesn't want to get a cat. It's Karis who wants a cat. So she's trying to convince me to get a cat with her. That's the thing. She feels bad not having one. I like not having a cat. So it's kind of funny because it's like, you don't need to convince me not to get one. See, actually, it's the other way around. You have to convince me to get one. But, you know, I see Karis is kind of depressed over it. And so, you know, it's on my mind. Just get a dog? All right, here goes. You ready? Here's a holo. Thanks again for your insight. I'm going to go seek out some aid in the coming week. Sounds good, man. Sounds good. Tell us how it goes. Here's this. Ooh. All right. All right. Yeah, if I could say one last thing, I'd say if you invested it all into the stock market, that money will go make more money. But if you loan all the money out to your Billy Bob, Joe, brother, sister, grandchild, niece, nephew, best friend from work, if you start loaning all that money out and going on expensive vacations and partying, it will not work for you, and then you'll run out of it. So what if you did this trick with it? What if you invested all $750 into the stock market, and then you were having a rule with yourself where you're only allowed to spend whatever it makes in dividends? So it will pay dividends out 4 times a year, and you can just go cash that dividend and then go play around with that money. That's an interesting concept, right? You're not allowed to touch the principal. That would be the original $750, but you're allowed to play with whatever it generates in the stock market. That wouldn't be too bad. And then, but you just don't touch the principal. You leave the principal completely alone. There it is. Oh, look at that. All right. Cold. 5 first edition shadowless base set. You can walk the dog for exercise. Here we are. Bark, bark. There we go. All right. Here's a holo. And here's a holo. And here's a holo. Hit the like. Don't believe a D. Okay. I'll set this over here. How nice. First edition base set is shadowless. There's no first edition that isn't. Yeah, man. Miss Sarah, let's take a quick look at these pulls. We got konnichiwa, konnichiwa, konnichiwa. The girl with the crown on her head is your full art. Konnichiwa, konnichiwa. All right. Yeah, many konnichiwas in this round. Dogs are arguably more work and attention for the first couple years. We got to keep our ladies happy. So that's for Miss Sarah. All right. So you got a full box, and I believe we got a bag for you over here. All right. Ta-da! Blank the stocks, destined rivals. Yeah, did I say put that money in stocks? What I meant is you need to open up some Pokemon cards right away. ASAP. What's this? Ooh, a waifu shuffle, is that right? Here it is. 1 waifu shuffle for Pat Gibbs. You ready, Mr. Pat? Mr. Pat. We're at 38 likes. I think the daytime stream's going to win on the like battle. Boom. 1 lady. Lady. All right. Cool, cool, cool. Very nice. Very nice. All right. So we got a really nice thing going on here. Let's go ahead and take a picture of these beautiful high-price cards. These are the fancy high-price cards, like this Psyduck. Like this Lord of the Rings. Ah, here we go, like this Slack Off. So we were pricing up the high-end slabby patties tonight. You could raise the price buying it out alone. Oh, yeah, that's true. I mean, if you had $750,000. Okay, you ready? Snapping that photo. Nice. Scooby-Dooby-Dooby-Doo. Out of all these slabs, I like the Slack Off the best. He's the best one in there. Because he is an EX Deoxys reverse, which is very prestigious. Oh, look at this. Professor Oak's findings. I think he's finding that Ash's mom is a total hoochie mama MILF. He's saying, hey, baby. Here. Okay. I'm going to score. I'm going to score. Okay. Just going to update that real fast. Here's this. Here's our EV. Any gym breaks? Yes, I think I'm seeing 2 of them right now. So here is Ghastly Gym Break and Queen Princess Peach. 2 gym breaks. These Mario poker cards have been surprisingly popular. I've sold a couple of them. We've got this Bowser break started, and it's actually moving. I wasn't sure if it would move, but it is. It's got 2 people in it. That's with the star spot, keep in mind. So there's 2 cards to pull out and a star spot. Okay, so we got the Spectra Eevee. Looks like I need 1 more Slabby Patty. Goodness, they couldn't cut those Koro cards straight. That would have been cut by a kid all the way back in the 1990s. Whoa, all the way back in the 1990s. Some kid randomly cut those, not knowing that all the way in the future, a bunch of nerdy Pokemon card collectors would be staring at it in a PSA slab after. What? What is this? Where are all these slabs coming from? Okay. Looks like I need to find another expensive slab. Give me a minute. Send Mr. 5K for his services. What are you talking about? Any gym breaks? Goodness, they couldn't cut those. Put me in that gym break. Hee hee. I don't have a card yet. Ghastly gym break. Here's Tentacruel at 290. And that's Tammy saying, doing this, huh? You got Tammy? Okay. Tammy's going in. Sounds like it's raining out there. Oh, man. I'm just thinking about having to talk to Cares again. She's so depressed right now. So let's see. After the stream, she'll be waking up pretty, she'll be breaking up a couple hours after the stream's done. So this, all right. Let's see. Put that over there. I sent for Ghastly too. Let's see. Did you just send for it? David Smith at 435, which it is 436. Who goes first? Why don't I toss a coin? Because I don't really know who should go first. I don't know who should go in. You ready? Put me in the gym break. Damn, mister, that sucks. When my girlfriend will lose her dog, she will be in distress. I just don't get attached to animals in the same way, so it's so hard for me to relate. So, how about odd numbers, Tammy, even numbers, David? You ready? We'll just flip to see who goes. Okay. That is a 1. That's what the EX stands for. We're going to put Tammy in. Coin flip for your Topps Tentacruel. You want to? I mean, I'll put it down. You want me to? So this is Tammy's first time too, huh? Tammy Lou. All right. There we go. Can you send it back, please? Bank of America. So that's through Zelle. Is that correct? I try to do refunds on Zelle, but it's really tricky. It asks for like my credit card number to log in, but I think I figured out how to do it one time. I got to try and see if I can do it, okay? So, hold on. It's very, very, very uncommon for someone to ask for a refund through Zelle. They almost always ask through PayPal. You don't happen to have a PayPal or a Cash App, do you? Because it's so much easier through those. But they ask for my credit card number or my PIN number, and I never have it because I never set up a PIN. Okay, so, and Tammy won't have a number on this, and the person that's supposed to be in here is, who is it? Hold on. Was it Jose Arredondo? Give me a second here. Give me a second here, guys. Boy, it's raining cats and dogs right now. What we're doing is we're making sure that we put the right person in here because I think it was Jose Arredondo who bought the first spot. And the problem is he bought a spot in 2 breaks. And when that happens, I can't put his card into both slabs. And so I forget who was the secondary person or the first person. Ready? Okay, so, oh, man, you guys are going to hear some thunder. Let's see. That might not have been Jose Arredondo. Who was it? Nathan Gordon. I don't think it was Joey Albrecht. It was Nathan Gordon, wasn't it? It was Mr. Nathan Gordon. He was in both. Okay, give me a second. Ghastly Break. There it is. All right, so Nathan Gordon. Okay. So you got 65 left. Miss Tammy Lamb. Let's see the outcome. Ready? Couple gym breaks going off tonight. People definitely enjoy the gym breaks. Okay, here we are. Here we are. Oops. Here we are. Good luck, trainers. Okay, Nathan pulls. Fui Coco with 80. That's a pretty weak pull. Tammy, you should be able to get that, but you never know. You can pull Clam Pearl. Ooh, you're going to get Toga Kiss first round. Tammy, second round. Oh, you can't beat Skeledirge, Tammy. From Fui Coco to Skeledirge. So you have to pull Switch or computer, the computer card, whatever. Computer search or Switch. I think there's not another card that beats 340. Remember, guys, you can change the deck by donating cards to this deck. Here goes. Oh, man, that Lugia is a good one, too. But Lugia loses to Skeledirge. 340 to 220. All right. They're tied up, guys. Here goes. Here's the tiebreaker. Oh, that's no good. He's starting with an energy. Oh, you got an energy, too. All right. What's next? Oh, no, you're not going to take it. Tammy, you're not going to take it. That's Serena with 330. I mean, I think the only thing that can beat Serena is Skeledirge. Now, oh, then again, you might pull Switch or computer search. Let's see. Nope, it's going to be Chen Pao. Dang, look at that. Well, you know, if you think about it, you saved 35 bucks by not being in this break right there, Mr. David Smith, because it would have been the same outcome. Of course, it would have been nice if you had pulled the card, but yeah, so it's just fate, you know, it's just the coin toss. The coin toss decided that you did all right staying out of this one. And this would be Tammy's first miss. And Nathan Gordon, who was negative, will go a little closer to being positive. So Nathan's had some bad luck. Look at him. He's 2-3 now. And Tammy's 1-0. Brutal. Yeah, you got lucky, Mr. Lord Chain. All right. I think I would have felt worse if Tammy had pulled it. I'd have felt good for Tammy, but I would have felt bad for you. And Nathan Gordon. Look at that. Pretty close to break even. All right. It's all luck, isn't it? It's all luck. Now, do you have like a... Would it work for me to do... If you want that refund, because you could save it and wait and see if there's another cool gym break. But if you want the refund, I don't know if I'll be able to zell it back to you. I can try. Let me just try while we're live, guys, because I need to practice this one. Okay. Oops. Please update your business information. All right. That account's looking kind of small, man. I need to put some money in that account. Let's get over here to ZELLE. ZELLE activity. Let's see if I can go to ZELLE activity and just reverse an order. Okay, so, oops. So here we have a, oops. Here we have a David Smith. Can I undo this? Status paid. Print. Let's see. Can I grab this? It'd be so easy if I could just click a button and reverse it. So it shows me the status of it. Let's try send money with ZELLE. So if I choose send money with the ZELLE, it will have me set up an account for you. That's what it'll have me do. But it won't actually let me send you money until it gets my PIN number for my credit card, which I do not have. I never set one up. So maybe I ought to actually fix that at some point. My ZELLE contact information, because I don't have that PIN, and then it asks, well, you can pay. So let's see. David Smith. I think in order to do this, I have to have your email as well. So you will have to give me your email or your phone number in order to get the refund. Yeah, I don't know why Zelle's tricky for refunds. We are. David, until we sort this out, because I don't know if we will want to do it exactly right now, let me write it down as store credit just for the moment, okay? Even if that is super annoying for you, I apologize. Maybe I should warn you guys about that. When it comes to Zelle, it's very difficult to refund Zelle. David, I can send this money very quickly to you on PayPal or Cash App. I don't know Venmo, but probably we can try to figure out Venmo too. Zelle's like the hardest one to do a refund on. There it is. Appreciate it. No big deal. Sure. Yeah, so what you can do if you need me to refund that through PayPal, I can do that like that, okay? I'll set this here for now. You got that ready to go for the next break. And actually, it's probably about time to set up another break. So let's see. Do we got anything cool? I know you guys appreciate a cool break. Ugh. Ooh, they're so freaking heavy, dude. Oh, Misty Psyduck would be interesting, wouldn't it? Charizard. 2-spot Charizard. What do you think? Okay. Oh, another Tyranitar. We did an earlier Tyranitar. He's super cool. All right. Look at that. Yeah, I really like Tag. I actually really like them. I was already grading these before I got this whole Tag certified dealer situation going. I was already grading with them a lot more than I was grading with, let's say, CGC. And why is that? They're just nice. I love that this has nice and heavy in your hand, and it has a nice smooth bevel. And I just like how nice and clean the slabs are. Very interesting. So, Tyranitar, he's a good one. We just had one of these go off earlier. All right. This card will no doubt be highly desirable over time. Maybe not right now, because it just got printed. It's only going to be a cheap holographic card for now. But if you hold this card for a while, this one right here, if you hold that for a while, one day that's going to cost more. I guarantee it, because it's so nice looking. Can you send it back as a separate transaction? So if you find out the steps to do that, let me know, okay? Because I went into Zelle orders. Let's see. Send money with the Zelle activity, Zelle recipients, Zelle settings. So I've got this option, Zelle activity. So I can go to that. And here it is, the history, David Smith. It lets me click his name, and it lets me click the amount. But it doesn't give me an option to do any kind of refund. Hey, wait, maybe I can actually ask AI. I didn't think of that. I have a customer who paid for an item through Zelle, but now he wants a refund. How does that work with the Zelle? Can you walk me through it? I use Bank of America. Okay. Zelle works like a cash transfer. Once the money is in your account, there is no refund or reversal feature like PayPal. If your customer wants a refund, you basically have to send the money back using Zelle. So exactly, that's exactly what I noticed too. When you try to refund Zelle, it's trickier than the other companies. So basically what we have to do, I have to set up an account for you in my Zelle and then send you money through that. But it won't actually let me send that money, because when I get to that step, I already know it's going to say, you must submit the PIN of your credit debit card, which I don't have the PIN to my credit debit card. I never use it. So I have no way of finishing that last step. That's a nice Princess Peach. So and I know all this because I've already had this issue. Look at this beautiful Tentacruel, but he's 290. He's not expensive enough to be considered a high-class card. So there we go. Now we know if you do Zelle and you want a refund, be prepared to receive the refund on PayPal or Venmo or Cash App, because Zelle is very stinky for refunds. I like Zelle. It's my favorite. Zelle is my favorite payment platform, if you did not know this, because the banks own Zelle and they do not charge you a fee for using Zelle. Did you know that? So Zelle is my absolute favorite platform for receiving payments. That Porygon is $400, and so that makes him a high-class card. I've never been asked for that in all the times using Zelle. Maybe, so do you use it with Bank of America, or do you use it with a different bank? We are. And what do you mean by that? You mean with the pin? I mean, I can do it and then send you a picture. I wouldn't make it up. We are. All right. I have a Bank of America business account with a cash flow in it that would make your eyes water. So they do a lot of security. Like, I can't even make normal transaction purchases with my credit card without a security question for most purchases. They do a security question with me. Here you are. So it's not, it doesn't work like a personal account. It's a business account where we can move $25,000 back and forth in a week. And it might have different features than whatever account you're using. That would be my guess, if they're real different from each other. But I know that there's some really frustrating security with my account. It actually kicks my accountant out of the account too. And it's a terrible way to pay for anything. But that's where all the money goes for my business. It all eventually drains into the business bank account. And then once it's in there, we do the accounting from the business bank account. And so that's the most important account. It all eventually ends up there. Look at that. If you don't have a PIN, I'm pretty sure it's just 000. Yeah, I'd be scared to test that out and fail the PIN because it'll lock my account up probably. All right. Yeah, I could show you my text from Bank of America. I probably should not do that. Let's see. Where is it? Bank of America last texted me on Monday. Your card was used at blah, blah, blah. We declined it. Did you authorize this activity? Reply yes or no. Thank you for verifying it. So it blocked me from sending money as recently as Monday. That was like 3 days ago. And so they just regularly block transactions, big or small, it doesn't matter. And it's because they're testing to see that it's me using it. And they just test it constantly. And it's probably because when you have an account, a business account, and a lot of money's moving back and forth in product and all other kinds of things, the bank wants to make sure that that account's super secure, because if something were to go wrong with that account, there's a whole lot of money to be stolen. And that is the nature of a little... We're not even a big Pokemon card shop. So, you know, I can't even imagine what they do with multi-million-dollar accounts. They probably got like 1 billion steps. We are. I don't know how you have Zelle, but not PayPal, CASHAPP, VENMO, Chime. Hate Zelle. You don't like Zelle? Zelle's my favorite. Zelle's #1 for me every single time. We are. All right. Ooh. So we'll place this over here. Zelle is, it's not even close, because PayPal will take like 3.5%. They don't take, my PayPal account's a business account as well. And they take like 3.5% per transaction. It's not a small amount. It adds up. And if 100% of my orders were placed through Zelle, I would keep home like so much money. It would be like the equivalent of someone else's income at like, it might be like $40,000 or something. It would be some staggering amount of money. And that's just the PayPal fee because when you're buying something like, let's say I'm selling this pack for $660 and then I bought it for $400 or $500. Well, there's a profit margin baked in there for me, but the PayPal fee applies to the entire cost of what I sold it to you for. So even though the profit margin on this could be $5, PayPal takes a cut from the whole $25. It kills me. It kills me. It's like it's a second tax is what it is. And Zelle just has no fee. And that's because it's the bank's payment platform. And the bank doesn't like to use PayPal because PayPal actually charges the bank a fee too, because PayPal's greedy as hell. Sarah, 2 OP13s. But everyone loves PayPal. I love PayPal too. PayPal's been good to me. I don't hate PayPal. They've been very good to me. Really good to me, actually. Yeah, I respect PayPal, but they take a cut. They're going to take a big cut. They're like, we'll take some money. There we go. All right. Transferring and refunding issues like this are very frequent. No, not really. I mean, it's actually quite rare for anyone to ask for a refund through Zelle. So we don't get that. In fact, it's very rare for anyone to ask for a refund at all. Typically, it's because they miss a break, actually. That's almost the exact reason why. Maybe they miss like a clever you know, $40 break, or in this case, it was a nice little ghastly. So, all right, we're doing bulk boxes. What do you think of that, Sarah? So refunds are quite rare. Most people prefer the store credit because they know even though they miss one break, there's going to be another one and it's going to be good too. So that's typically what happens. All right, you know, the next fun thing comes along and then they got store credit ready to go. But on a blue moon, we do get a request for a refund, and it's not super common though. eBay takes like 15. Man, I thought eBay takes like 13. How much does eBay actually take these days? We're going to start utilizing eBay more just because I just won that Tyranitar, though. That is a new Tyran. Oh, I see. You don't need that one. I feel you. Let's get another one up there. I'm going to get another one up there for you because if you're interested in being in another break, I'm interested in helping you in. All right, give me a second here. You just got that Tyranitar. I know what you're talking about. We had one of those go off earlier, and that was you, huh? All right, let's see. What's something cool? What's something Joe cool we could put up there? I'm looking right now, okay? What do we got here? Got some poker cards, some Zelda poker cards. Articuno. Birthday Pikachu. He's probably too pricey, though. Lots of poker cards. Not any short amount of poker cards here. I like this card right here. This card's hilarious. Too bad it got a 9. Man, that is some butt. Oh, this is fancy. So here's an Ethan's Typhlosion 10. He's nice. Here's an interesting one, too. Here's a Ditto 9. The Ditto 9 would probably move pretty fast. Even though it's a 9, it's a highly, highly, highly desirable promo. Let's take a quick look into the Ditto 9 and the Ethan's Typhlosion. Goonin time. Dude, look at that card. Isn't that sexy as hell? Dang, dude. Those artists know what they're doing, man. All right. She just got a star. Look, she's got a little star you on her butt. Star you, what are you doing? Ditto. Metamon. All right, we got Ditto Metamon. Give me a minute. Okay. If you think my last name is Jewish, you have some history to revisit. Stinky fake Jew in chat says Dr. Charms. That's not nice. Here we are. Ooh, wow, these PSA 9s are really expensive. Even if he was Jewish, you can't just go around saying that. That's a jerk move. Here we are. The juice! All right, let's see. Yeah, it's Eastern European. Yeah, like Polish or something. Yeah, let's get that Ethan's Typhlosion. Let's see. Now, my last name is Jewish. Cardconomist Pokeberg. Pokegoldberg. There we are. So this is going to say... Ethan's, let's type in Typhlosion. So we can't do the PSA 9 Ditto. He's too expensive for a break, I'm afraid. He would have to be a multi-spot break. The Typhlosion, on the other hand, so Typhlosion's nice. Look at that. So there's Typhlosion. Oh, I ought to zoom out now, shouldn't I? Make that your thumbnail. What? All right. The juice! Here we are. Toss this over here. Very nice. People are so obsessed with World War II all these years later, man. Here we are. Well, all the race relations and stuff, there's so much of it still ongoing all the time. All right. There we go. I blame Donald Trump. Thanks a lot, Donald. Wait. I just put the wrong price down. So it's going to be a $25 break. You like the butt card as the thumbnail? That's a sexy card, man. Okay. All right. Nice. Ta-da! Now, Miss Sarah, let's see what we got. Okay. Ooh. Very nice. Bloop. Here's a hollow. Okay. Here's a hollow. Here's an SR. Very nice. Here's a hollow. And a hollow. You know, the irony of all the racial stuff that's been going on with, like, let's say, hatred toward the Jewish people over the stuff going on in the Middle East and all that, the irony is that is probably going to strengthen their group identity. That's going to be the outcome. They're probably going to have a more loyal group identification because, you know, if you're being suppressed together, you know what I'm saying? And that's true for all groups, really. So, you know, any group that feels like they're being suppressed or attacked or hostile, they're going to be like, hey, we're all in the same team. Whoa, look at that. Ho-ho. Well, he's looking like he's punching like crazy, bro. Ha ha ha. The Jews, that was hilarious. Ha ha. Dr. Charm's very charming, you can tell. Here's a hollow. Here's a hollow. Here's... Oh, look at that. Very good. Here's a hollow. Here's an SR. Ooh. Sounding like Eric Cartman here. Eric Cartman. I watched the latest South Park. It wasn't too bad. I thought the first 2 episodes weren't that good, but this episode was so, like, extremely relevant. The main subject of the new episode is AI, and... No, I don't want to spoil anything. I don't want to. If you haven't watched it, go watch it. I'm not going to spoil it. I'm not going to spoil the episode for you guys. All right, so that's all I'll say. It's a fun episode, though. You should watch it. All right. Very nice, very nice. I have to watch it. There we go. Very good, very good. Now, box number 2, Miss Sarah. The night's always nice when Sarah pops by. She puts on a show. She brings out the fireworks. All right. The guy who writes Charizard on all your clips is a dedicated fan. I should give him a Charizard. What do you guys think? How do I get in contact with the guy? I need to give him a Charizard. No spoilers. I didn't do any spoilers. Trust. No spoilers. I said I won't spoil. Go have fun with it, okay? All right. Snip on that. And snipping this. Snip. Okay. And snipping this. Ta-da! All right. We're going to toss this away. Shwoink. Now, what are we pulling, Miss Sarah? Nothing short of triple manga. This is the triple manga round. I can feel it. I can feel it in my loins. All right. Hello. 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 I think we had a couple slab sales today, man. Ooh. He's got his boot. Cold. Cold. So one boot. Cold. Cold. All right. Ta-da. Wow, we made it to 46 likes. The nighttime stream is going to win. I should send some over for consignment again. Hey, man, you're welcome to do that. I got to take some pictures for LaFlame after this. He's got some cards that he's got over here. He wants to know what he has. There we go. We've sold a lot of consignment slabs, but we also have consignment slabs that are just kind of circling the drain a little bit. Like they're not selling. Typically, the harder to move ones, like let's see, like just grab a couple here. This is a 9 Misty. This is a Machop. This is a card set no one's ever seen before. So you can see those can be harder to move. Now, a card set someone's never seen before, you can still sell that, but it's hard to sell it at top dollar. Okay. We can also take your cards that haven't sold and forward them to a place like Probstein or Z&G Emporium for you. So if you need me to forward them, we can do that. course, you have to also realize if they were to be lost during shipping, I can't be responsible for that. So if you prefer, I can ship them back to you if you think that's safest. Here's a holo, and here is a holo. Ta-da! Okay. Yeah, we've been doing consignment sales for a little while to some pretty good success, I'd say. So, Miss Sarah. Ooh. Sarah, I saw that you had like 2 Blackbeards grading. How fun is that? Here we are. Okay. The Blackbeard's gone. He's off the table. How crazy. Ooh. I'm a punch your buns. Miss Sarah. The esteemed Miss Sarah. Thank you, Sarah. Appreciate it. Sarah's been very good to us. You're like a top customer, I'd say. You're top 10 customers. Sarah's pretty high up that list. I love it. You've opened some really big pulls. Gotten lucky. Here's Luke Laurie with a slab away for the Star Wars sketch card. You know, I really didn't think that card would make it very long. Here it is. I had a guy ask right away for this, and I priced it up, and I don't think he was here after I priced it. How incredible is that, guys? That's a sketch TIE Fighter card, and it's really cool. Did you see this? I don't know if you saw it. We had some really crazy return this time where we had a drawing. Oh, look at that. Look, this is going to be part of the 100,000 giveaway. If you guys haven't subscribed, smash that subscribe so we can give that card away. Here we are. We're going to give away that nice Charizard 7. But let's see. So we are looking for a card that just came back from PSA. I want to show it off real fast. Is this it? Nah, that's not it. Where did he go? Is he in the middle pile? I don't know where he went. It's a sketch card, but it graded 10. And it's almost unimaginable. Oh, here it is. There you go. Look at that. And look at this Lord of the Rings card. Holy, dude. How about that? That's some cool stuff right there, everybody. Man, I love cards. They're so cool. But yeah, I'm real proud of this. I don't know. Should I keep it forever? Can't believe it got a 10. That was a Star Wars masterwork. It's so hard to get a 10. I mean, it's hard to get a 10, period, on anything. Imagine a sketch card getting a 10. That's got to be super, super rare. And then I just love this card. It's so beautiful, Lord of the Rings. This comes out of the 2004 Topps Chrome Packs. It's the checklist card. Real solid. Probably always going to be worth maybe a couple hundred. That's a cool card. I like it a lot. Okay, Luke Laurie taking this beautiful sketch of the TIE Fighters. Luke Laurie. You can grade these so that it doesn't get like a grade number. It just says authentic. It gets AU or something like that. And so that's an option. Now, what is this? Let's see. Let me mark this on red. And then let's go back over here. It looks like I got a lot of messages in Discord that I have not kept up with. Just want to apologize for that. Mr. Luke Laurie. Oops. We're trying to create a new thing here. There it goes. Okay, September. Oops. September 25. Luke Laurie. And it's going to be for the PSA TIE Fighter sketch. I went with a pretty fair price there for $195, and then 20 goes toward it. 175 remains. Yeah, that's a cool one. Yep, we graded some Star Wars cards. I like Star Wars. I think it's cool, man. I like Star Wars a lot. I wish that Disney would do a better job with it as well. That would be nice, wouldn't it? Freaking Disney. Hey, use the chemical symbol for gold. That's right. All right. Wow, it's 5:08. I can't believe how late it is. Now, hold on. We are almost done with this. Almost, but not quite. We got a couple more of these high-end slabs price. Try and get all these priced so we can move on to pricing up the normal slabs. So here it is. Here's what remains. Another one of these dust glops. The Error Ditto. That's overpriced. That's way overpriced. So let's get to it, okay, guys? Let's start with this Error Ditto. There's no way he's worth 800. I think I was just fooling around when I priced him. I was just saying, you know, it's pretty cool that he's got the OC. Let's get it. Okay, so OC Ditto. Let's see if we can find any OC Dittos at all. Oh, here we go. Look at this. Here's an OC Ditto for $100. Yeah, the $800 is a totally made up price because it's a unique card that you think of it as a low pop error. Let's get real about it. $100, that's what he's asking. That's what I'm asking. That is my pricing strategy. It's whatever the market wants. That's what I want. All right. Now he might actually sell. He might actually sell. He's got the same issue. It's nice because this is in English and it's 3 years old now. Oops. 125. There we go. So there he is. He's 100. That's solved. Now this guy we know went up. What did we price ours at? We already had one, right? Hold on. Let me go back into this. We already priced one of these. So we had 2 for sale. Price is September. Looks like we haven't taken a picture of him. He's up on the table somewhere. I love this music that's playing. Wow, I can't find him. I thought we had one. I thought we had one, and didn't we price him at like 800 or something like that? It was like 800 or something. I'm getting ready for school, says Nettie. You're getting ready for school? Good for you, man. How's school going? School is in college school or school is in high school or something? He probably means high school or something similar to that. All right. We're going to say that the sand shrew costs sand shrew Skyrid. Okay, so there are no more Skyridge sand shrews for sale. Mine's for sale, but there are none others for sale. So I get to pick a new price for it. Yay! New price time. High school, nice, man. How's high school treating you? Are you the popular kid? Or are you more like the kid who hangs out with the emo group? Or are you the athlete? Are you a nerd? Which group are you in? What's your group dynamic? Here is 490. I forgot school was back in session yesterday and took me an extra 10 minutes to get to work. That sucks. Because the roads were like slowed down for kids crossing and stuff like that. Here it is. Time for school. September started. So these vending cards have been doing nothing but going up. Ah, but not. Oh, that's an Italy. Okay, we don't want to compare ourselves to the Italian one. Okay, so there is only one on the market, and it's the Italian one. But you know, personally, I feel like Mr. Mime's harder to sell. We're gonna come in at 550. There we go. So he's gonna have a slightly cheaper price. I don't think he's gonna go higher than 600. We're almost done, actually. These are the last expensive slabs, and then I'm done with that. I'm done repricing all the pricey slabs, and I'm ready to focus on all of the slabs, all the remaining slabs, including ones that have never been priced, and old slabs that have been hanging out with us for a while. Always hate that school traffic in the mornings and the afternoons. I definitely don't deal with that. That is one nice thing about living in a place with not as much things to do. There's really no traffic at all, ever. But during the peak summertime, there is some decent traffic. But our roads easily handle it. And then when the peak times slow down, it's a little bit of a ghost town again. It cools off, and you can just go out driving and not worry about having to wait anywhere. So if you have not lived in a lower population area, it's nice not having that traffic. It's real nice. So that will be something that we would definitely miss. All right, so there are no Sky Ridge Zubats left. Oops, app broke. I think I'm going to stick to 340 for this one. I go to a private school, so there's expectations. Oh, I see. So do you mean like from your parents, or do you mean like from other students? Expectations like you have to be super smart? That's a good thing. You want to be at a school with tough expectations for your academic performance rather than, you know, if you're popular or if the girls like you or something. You want to have the focus be on your intelligence. We are. I find I was homeschooled, so when I hear stories about public school, it's always really entertaining to me. I hear stories about how school was just kind of like a party a little bit, as a place to socialize a little bit. And I always found that really fascinating because for me personally, it seems like school should just be for learning and nothing else. And I was part of a large homeschool group, and they didn't allow too much socializing between the boys and the girls. It was really controlled. So you didn't have to worry about getting a girlfriend. Nobody was expecting that from you. You just had to do good with your... Like, I took algebra and stuff there, and you'd be made fun of if you didn't do good at that. So everyone thought you were weird if you didn't do good in your math courses. That's a good environment. That's how it should be. That's how I would want it for my kids. I wouldn't want them to be judged on whether they got, like, a hot... Oh, he's dating Jessica, the hot girl. I would want him to be judged on whether or not he can pass his math courses. All right, well, so there we go. And now the box is empty. Look at that, guys. We got all of the expensive slabs priced up tonight. Smash that like button. So we're in a competition for this giveaway. Where'd the box go? Ah, here it is. With the daytime stream, and I can see that we are at 51 likes, and I can tell you right now, in a lesser amount of time, the daytime stream hit 106 likes. Let me tell you what that will translate into. That's going to potentially mean not only will they get this box, they might get an extra hour of stream time, and we might reduce an hour of stream time from the nighttime stream. So today was an important day for that. We're watching that, and we're going to take it seriously. So if they've got all the momentum, we're going to give them more time. And so what that could mean is I wrap up around maybe like 4:15 so that I can go to bed an hour earlier. All right, guys, it is 5:16, though, and we finish at 5:30, and the queue is empty. So let's go ahead and hop off for the night. I'll see you guys for the Thursday daytime stream. I hope you'll be there. And, wow, it feels nice having all the pricey slabs done. Isn't that nice? What? Yeah. I'll see you guys for the daytime stream tomorrow. See you later, everybody.